Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Roll Hit Die presents our Sunday night game of the Kindred of Savannah. Before we jump into tonight's game, of course, we're going to give the typical shout-outs to Roll20, which allows us to use the maps in the middle of the screen here, and gives us our positioning for battles and sharing any kind of artwork we wish to share. See the three miniatures on the screen there before you. All three of those were created in Hero Forge. Hero Forge is a website you can go to create custom minis. You can have them painted. You can get the once you've got it posed, geared, and all that, you can get a program that allows you to print it off on your own digital, 3D printer, or you can get them to send it to you. But if you're a subscriber, you can turn around and make a digital version that you can use in your digital games like we do. If you're watching us on Twitch, we have a bio down below. In that bio, or at least next to that bio, you'll see two links. One is for Extra Life, and the other one is for Roll Hit Die. Roll Hit Die is a link to our .com, our website that Marcus has worked on. We even have a shop ready if you wish to jump in there and get you some Roll Hit Die symbols on, like shirts. Oh, look at Marcus has been busy. He's got a couple shirts and a couple and a blanket already. So yeah, you too can have our emblem or any facsimile of it on some object. How soft is that blanket, Marcus?
Very soft. Velvety soft. Oh, wait. We're not on that channel.
Alright, well, right above that link for the website is Extra Life. We leave that running year long. It allows you to give to the Children's Miracle Network anytime you can and wish to throughout the year. We don't care which name you click on to give it, just as long as those children get it. And also, if you're watching us on Twitch, we have what has been commonly referred to now as Chaos Bubbles. It's a little bubble-looking object at the bottom of the chat bar. You click on that and collect points the longer you watch our programs, whether it be any of the role-playing programs or any of the game, streamed game programs that we have. You collect those points, and those points can be used to spend on making games a little more chaotic, such as our Friday night game of Consequences of Chaos. Even though the players are already causing plenty of chaos for Robert to have to deal with, and we thought herding cats was hard. Add to that chaos by spending those points and giving advantage, disadvantage, and other things. In our upcoming programs, we may have some more ways to spend those points, but as of right now, we have not come up with any. I don't see any for the vampire game that would benefit. And we don't have any set for Torg because there's already different things and different aspects running in that game as it is, and we don't want to throw any of that off by, people being able to spend those points and adjust things that are already pretty freely adjusted throughout the game as it is. But like I said, stay tuned. We'll announce whenever we have things set to spend those points on. We also have something else in the works for those who are into superheroes. Currently, we are working on a schedule to take over after this particular show is finished. We haven't got a title for it yet, but it is a Mutants and Mastermind type game. For those out there who know what Mutants and Masterminds is, it allows your players to become superheroes in a fantasy world, which we will build on our first episode, and you will be there with us. So if you're watching us when we do our initial, say, slot 0 game, you can actually put in chat and contribute to the building of whatever city we plan on being in. But we'll have more for you on that later. So as of right now, we'll go ahead and jump into tonight's episode of the Kindred of Savannah. First off, let's go ahead and introduce our players, starting with the gentleman right below me.
Hello, my name is Curtis Ross. Tonight I am playing Igor, the Bruja, the Kindred of the group. He's not making waves yet, but he is a tall, strong, muscular fellow.
So following Igor, who Curtis is playing, we have...
Hello, I am playing Devin Angel Kiev. No, I'm just playing Kiev now since Angel decided to go to Jacksonville. Who is Tremere, blood sorcerer, uh, one of Kristoff's, not really children, I guess, but Kristoff's sort of like a father figure to her, so um, she's going to do everything she can to protect him and his interests.
All right. So, following out our very very well-rounded courtier here.
Hi, and I'm Robert, and I play Jude, who is the group person. Oh, I'm Robert. I play Jude, who is the group's person on the street. He is, um, well, a Nosferatu for what everyone can, tell, and he is their sneak thief. Would be the easiest way to put it. Um, that's really about it. Beyond
So,
that, he just wants a nice, quiet life.
so what happened on last episode?
Well, last episode we suddenly got in conflict with the Russian mob somehow. The club opened. That was the big thing. But Igor discovered somebody who was dealing drugs out of the club, and it was a new type of drug. And we actually experienced what happened when somebody used it. They went into convulsions, violent convulsions, and then passed out. Also, one of our staff members from the kitchen seems to owe a drug dealer, and Igor stepped in to prevent our staff member from being brutalized, and that went as well as could be expected. And now there are three people associated with the Russian mob who have gone to Jacksonville.
They seem to bought their ticket from the same people.
Yeah. I mean, that's a rough estimate of what happened. Then we're starting to learn the town, and we've discovered that the drug, this new drug, is actually based on vampire blood. And so it's making them supernatural, people supernaturally strong, but obviously having bad effects as well. And we have been tasked with trying to figure out where this is coming from.
We met a piper who is kind of the Mother Margaret, I believe, of the city in your eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kind of gives tasks. BK, Professor X, Hugo, Miss Hart, Lady Coldheart. The Toreadors, Amelia and Quinn. Kiv met with a Detective Scott Thompson. I didn't, almost kill a guy and put him in a trunk. But we did learn we were looking for a Francis Harmon.
Yep, and you actually have Hugo, that you've paid Hugo to find out something for you.
Oh, where the drug is coming from, didn't? Sorry, I haven't opened my notes.
Information or whatever on the drug itself.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Igor found out the name of the dealer. All right, hold on a second.
But yeah, we all eventually got back together that night and
very muted. Okay. Sorry. The summer came in, brought me some salad. But you guys were Judd was talking about wanting to do some research on Evie to try to get some information on that.
The ghost?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, a little bit. That's not a pressing thing for him. That's kind of more of a, as we go on, we'll learn. Yeah, it's not like I'm trying in one night to figure that out.
All right.
More important for him is to really figure out the city. Because at some point he needs to wake up Zeke. And he wants to find a place where Zeke can fit in.
Yeah, I forgot about Zeke.
I mean, in your search through the city the night, I say the night before, when you guys had a little downtime to do so, you did find decent place maybe Zeke might fit in. Couple different street preachers and stuff in a certain area that live in the homeless camp nearby.
Yeah.
Or staying at the homeless shelter with the Piper. So if you wanted to take him there, you can.
Yeah, but I mean, there's going to be some rehabilitation before we can get him out. So it's a long-term goal, not
Yep.
just
So
a
we'll
short-term.
keep that long-term goal going. So we'll say we're going to start the next night then.
Okay.
You guys done your whatever little bit of downtime you did the night before. Then we start. You wake up the next night. This is now Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
Big night for the club.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I must have turned off my character sheet.
Alright.
I got a taser.
Alright. I wake up a little peckish. I do my flesh of life, and I go to the fridge and pull up a bag and
Alright.
have some dinner.
And I will also blush of life. In
Oh
case
boy,
I
I
go
forgot
out.
about that.
So
Everybody's waking up a little hungry today. It looks like.
Just a bit. But yeah, I'll blush alive and steal blood bag.
Okay.
Okay. So what are you doing once you've woken up and you've had your little breakfast?
I will get dressed. But what time is it?
Let's see. I said we were in June? July.
June.
Oh, so yeah, about 9. 10
So about
at
9
night,
o'clock,
so-
9:30, I guess, is when you guys wake up. So the sun is down.
Yeah.
are you going over to the club?
Yes. I need to make sure everything is going well, but I'm going to check in with Christoph to ensure he doesn't need anything before I head out.
Okay. I'll go into the club with you, and then I'll head out from there.
Alrighty. I will have Caleb up front waiting for us. And as I walk to Christoph's office, I'll text Caleb to come pull around.
You get a response with "Yes, ma'am." All right, and you come to Caleb's office. His door's open.
Oh, I meant to go to Christoph, so.
That's what you said.
Oh.
I meant Christoph. I said Caleb. I meant Christoph.
Yeah. Sorry, a little bit of smart ass tonight.
Tonight.
Yes.
I mean,
Anywho.
you say it like it's not a typical thing, but okay.
I'll walk in. Well, I'm about to head out to the club tonight. Is there anything you need while I'm out?
I can't think of anything at the moment, but the office is set, correct, at the club?
Yes.
I may stop in there this evening and see how things are going. As you know, I like to look out and watch the mortals enjoy themselves.
Well, you'll have a great view from the office. And then I'll head on out.
But you didn't tell me, though. How did the opening night go?
Yes. Sorry about that. Well, we had an issue with a drug dealer. We got him out. However, there was a new drug on the streets that appears to be made with some vampiric blood.
Oh, that's not good.
Um, so we'll be looking into that. I did a bit of a taste. It's apparently a gangrel.
It doesn't strike me as something a gangrel would do, but okay.
But the vision I had of him was of years past. So he may not be, what's the word? Willingly using his blood?
We can't very well have that in this city because that will draw attention.
Yes.
I'm assuming.
And go ahead.
I'm assuming
Sorry.
you have plans to handle that situation.
Yes, we have markers on the street right now looking into the possible source of this drug. And the way I saw Igor and Jude handle the Russian incident a couple days ago, I'm sure we can handle the whole drug deal.
Okay. Well, opening night does seem to bring in some colorful characters. Are there any anything along those lines that may have stood out?
There were two Tordor that they seemed young. They weren't aware of any hierarchy here. But they know of us and they respect our authority. So they're at the club.
Did they have any affiliation that you know of?
Not that they stated, no. They actually are on the run from the Camarilla, if that's correct. I'd have to get with Igor about that. He was the main one who talked to him.
As long as they follow the rules, I'm not going to have an issue.
Okay. If it comes up, are you wanting to meet them, or...
If they show up at the club again, you can bring them to my office. That's fine.
Okay. Very well.
We are going to end up making some sort of stay here, so
Yes.
might as well make ourselves a little more known to those who matter.
Okay.
And if they have no affiliation, then I have no issue with them, as long as they follow the rules of the Camarilla. Well, not the Camarilla, but the Masquerade. The
Masquerade.
proper rules. You know, I don't know what I was thinking.
Old habits die hard, I'm sure.
I think it was just the fact you mentioned the word Camarilla, and it's still stuck in my mind. That or the DM that's running my character is losing it. But it's either one.
Ah, yes. I've heard issues like that.
Very well, I'll see you at the club later tonight.
Very well.
And
And
as you leave, you see his decorator come in.
I'll smile and nod to her.
She smiles and nods to you and says that item that you requested for your centerpiece in some office should be there this evening.
Oh, very good, very good.
And you can determine what that is yourself. Alright, so Caleb's out front waiting on you.
Alright. Igor, we're about to head to the club. Are you need a ride, or will you find your way later?
No, I think I'll be good to go now. I might be looking on something later on, but I'm good now. Yeah.
That's fine. Well, Caleb's out front. I'm about to leave. Jude should be there, or did he disappear again?
Jude?
Yep.
There.
Okay. You were standing still. I couldn't see you.
Ah, well, that happens. But yeah, let's get going.
Okay. Hop in the car and take off.
To the club, ma'am.
I
Yes.
am not in the outfit that you had for me last night. I'm looking more like I used to. But probably would have had the suit at least, touched up to the best of their ability, quick and dirty as they could have.
All right, so I am going to try to eat the salad, but I'm going to turn the camera off so I am not offending anybody as I eat it. All right, so you make it to the club. There is a line around the building. Your bouncer, what was his name? Jake, is running the door as per usual, as he did the night before. Seems to have no issues. I'm trying to thumb to it. There it is. Jack, not Jake. Jack. So Jack is running the door just fine. Periodically, before you actually get in, you do see Angelo walk up to the door, whisper in his ear something, and walk back inside. Do you want me to drop you off at the front door, madam, or shall I pull around to the back?
Go ahead and pull around the back.
Very well. He pulls around, stops, opens the door for you, and waits for you to exit.
I will step on out and open the back door, nod to the chefs and all that are there, and then head up to the office.
Yep, you've got Edward doing his job, keeping the kitchen clean, cleaning dishes that are coming to him. And you actually see that he is carrying plates of food periodically out to one of the bar nearby.
Okay.
Who did you have in the kitchen? Joel is the one currently cooking, of course.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to need more people, but...
Yeah, but that'll happen in time.
Yeah.
This is just the opening night.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you make it through. Like I said, music is blaring. The club is kicking. What will you do?
I'm up to my office, looking over numbers and everything that we currently have.
Mm-hmm. You run into Gloria. She's working on, got the computer brought up. She got some books laid out. And she's watching cameras. As you can see on the computer, she's got little cameras brought up that she's actually watching as well.
So how are things going so far this evening?
So far this evening has been pretty quiet. What was that?
I'm choking.
Oh, yeah, well. Judd, get your hands off his neck. But, no ma'am, everything's been running pretty smoothly this evening. I mean, granted, it's still rather early. The more exciting things tend to happen later at night, from my experience.
Well, hopefully nothing too exciting like last night.
The dealer has not come back in this evening.
Very good.
I did make sure that was covered. Matter of fact, the outside camera never picked him up, so I'm assuming whatever was said to him last night sunk in. Let's see. And she wouldn't have known about that or that. But yes, ma'am, as far as everything's concerned, alcohol is all still up to stock. Food's good. And she says, so far we've made, and she turns the calculator towards you. And you see this pretty decent number of how much they've made already this evening.
Okay.
Is there anything else that you'd like for me to do beyond, just keeping track of all this?
No, you're doing a very good job. Just keep on doing what you're doing.
You do see a picture on her desk of her holding a little girl out in front of some fancy house. Actually, no, it won't be a fancy house because of what's going on. So it'll be just like the courtyard of the apartment complex that she's staying at now.
Oh, okay. Oh, what a lovely child. Is she yours?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. She's my little angel.
Okay. You and the father still in touch?
Nope, we are not. Last I saw him, We were just driving away from him. He'd had ran into some issues with people in town we were staying in, and you know, it's kind of.
Oh,
Last I heard, he died. Last I heard, he died.
Okay. Interesting. I apologize if I intruded. Just.
And you don't need to roll an insight. You do realize she's trying to carefully word things she's saying to try not to raise too much suspicion, but not everything she said was completely 100% accurate.
Okay.
Of course, you as a player know that, but as far as Kiv's concerned.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a story there.
Well, keep up the good work. And I'm glad you got away from that situation, apparently, that you had.
Him too. Thank you very much. And she jumps right back into whatever she's doing on the computer.
Okay. And I will go to the glass that overlooks everything.
Mm-hmm.
Put in my monocle, and that was what, a rouse check, I think.
I think
Activate it.
Yeah, I think so.
And then just watch the room.
Okay. You do pick up that the two individuals from last night are there. What were they? The Tremors, I think you said?
Toreadors.
Yeah, the Toreador. They are currently... Did I not write their names down? I thought for sure I wrote their names down. Things get so mixed up in my notes. All the games I got written in them. Did I or did I not give you a name for those?
Yeah. The names for the Kindred were Quinn and Amelia.
Okay, so why did I write those down, or is that on a different page altogether? Nope.
Quinn was from London. Amelia didn't sound British.
Right.
But they were like 2-ish years old.
And in the blood, that is.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess I didn't write them down, even though I gave this information to you. Alright.
Okay.
But yeah,
Wits and awareness for everything else. The wits is for the invisibility.
Copy that. You don't pick up anybody invisible in there unless Judd's currently invisible walking the club.
No, he's visible. He has Blush of Life going, so he's just walking the club. I mean, he goes and checks on the kitchen staff, make sure they are doing well.
Seems like everything's running smoothly so far.
We'll talk about getting you some more people in here and next week.
I'd appreciate it. It is getting a little busy. I mean, they were helping out by carrying out the plates for me now, but I mean, we're going to need an extra hand or two back here.
So, I will eventually tonight talk to you about that. But no, we're going to get you some more people in here. But you're doing a great job.
I appreciate it. Thanks for the job. Order up.
And not going to disturb them any longer. Go out. Just kind of wander the club.
Okay. As I said, before too long, you will notice that the two vampires are there. Sitting in pretty much the same booth they were in the night before.
I nod to them.
They raise whatever glass they have in their hand and nod back.
I said.
They seem to have the same girls sitting in the booth with them as they had last night as well.
I've known a Toreador now, so I have. Yeah.
The one we knew we sent to Jacksonville.
At least these two are actually spending time with the girls they've entranced. They're we're just not leaving them in the club all night alone.
That was kind of rough.
Well, every time I turn around, hey, I need you to go do this. I need you to do that. I need to do this. I'm like, okay.
So, yeah,
All right, so
that's really about it. I'm going to keep doing this for about 30 minutes before I head out.
all right, Igor.
I am just perusing, meandering around, watching out, mainly looking to see if I see Francis at all or any drug deals possibly going down.
You do not. And actually, at one point in time, you're probably aware of it, whether or not you let it be known or not. As Angela comes up and slips an arm around you and tells you that the night has been pretty clear. We've had no issues. The drug guy from last night didn't show back up, and we've had nobody else come in trying to peddling anything. So, and there's been no fights yet. She says, kind of pouty like.
Well,
But
that's
she
good.
does seem to obviously be flirting with you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that is good that that's not going on right now. None of that. I am on the lookout for him, though, with whatever he spiked that guest's time with.
Yeah, that was pretty nasty. I haven't seen anything like that in a while.
Supposedly it's going around this last few weeks, so best be on the lookout for anybody, possibly snorting anything from any weird-looking biomes.
I'm keeping my eye out on anything along those lines. Any extracurricular party favors people bring in, I will, kind of keep an eye on, make sure it's not something that shouldn't be.
Perfect. And yeah, he'll spend his time just going around the club for a little while until he'll head out later on.
Okay.
But he'll spend a little bit of time in there.
So, why don't you give me a wits and awareness?
So, let's not do that. 3.
All right.
Let's not have a messy critical in there.
So at one point in time, as you're walking around, you get a feeling that you're being watched, and you turn and look, and it's Angela, and she just happened to be looking at your backside as you walked away.
Gotcha.
And didn't seem to care that you noticed.
Yeah, that's fine. Didn't really care either. It's just, but all right, gotcha.
All right, so next half hour or so, time in the club seems to be going smoothly. No issues whatsoever.
Okay.
So what would you guys like to do now?
Oh, well, after about 30 minutes, I'm heading out. And, I'm waiting on Hugo to call me, but, while I'm at it, I might as well take in the last of the ghost tours of the night, and so I'll do that and then see what happens.
Okay. Well, before you leave,
Okay.
let's see. Who did we say our bartenders were? Cameron and Melissa?
So bartenders, we have Maya, yeah, Cameron, Elizabeth, and Melissa. Melissa was the sidebar, Oscar was running the floor, so Cameron, Elizabeth, Melissa.
All right, so one point in time, Elizabeth will come up to you, Judd.
Okay.
And she has like a what do they call? I don't know what they're called, but it's like a whiskey glass.
Mm-hmm.
It's got about 2 fingers worth of whiskey in it. She goes, sir?
Yes.
Yeah, I was told to bring this to you.
Ah.
You had
Thank you.
a gentleman near the back said to give this to you and get you to come see him.
Yes, that sounds fine. Can you point him out?
Yes, and she points to... where are we at? back here.
Okay. I will head off back there.
And all nicely dressed in a gothic type outfit is Hugo. And he's talking to some young woman. And give me a wits and awareness.
Start here. I will spend willpower. And so that's 3 more successes, so 4 successes.
Alright, so as you walk up towards him, he definitely notices you, but doesn't right away say anything because he's, chatting with this girl. But you do clock 4 other people in the area, not necessarily sitting with him, that are watching, kind of keeping an eye on you as you walk up.
Okay.
Ah, my friend.
Hello.
Have a seat,
How
have a
are you
seat.
doing?
Did you get my drink I sent you?
Yes, thank you. How are you enjoying the night?
Oh, this is a nice place you guys have here. I didn't expect it to look so good when it opened up. And when I found out that you guys worked here and kind of ran the place, I had to check it out.
Yes, I'm glad you did.
So, that little issue that we had to discuss last night, I've looked into it,
Yes.
and I've got some information for you.
Yes.
Well, by now, I've also found out that you've apparently already figured out who the gentleman was that was here. That Francis Harmon fella.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, heard about the issue at the college. That was one of you guys, wasn't it?
I'm sorry, I don't know what happened at the college last night.
Oh, well, it's a shame.
And that's actually true. I mean, that's
Yeah.
not deception on his part.
Yeah, it's a shame. The the officer that was working last night, I think, decided to quit today. So yeah, it's all good.
Well, sorry to hear about that. Hope he is he all right?
Oh, he got pretty banged up, from what I understand, and don't even know how. He said one minute he's standing there dealing with some weirdo and dressed in goth gear, and the next thing he knows, he's waking up in the hospital. They even tore his trunk open and took his recording device for his dash cam. So anyway.
Well, you think it's related to this drug then?
I think there might be some relation in the search for this drug. But the fella you're looking for.
Yes.
Let's see, Francis Harmon. If I'm not mistaken, and I rarely am, he lives in a little house off West 6th Street. Matter of fact, 1402 West 6th Street. You might be able to catch him there, but I doubt it. More than likely, he's probably checking out some of the other clubs to sell the stuff that he is selling. That nasty, whatever, red powdered stuff that seems to do more harm than it does good.
Yeah.
But as far as who he's working for, we were unable to find out because, my men were unable to find him.
I see.
So, but we did find out what his address was and where he lived. But when we visited his place, his mother informed us that he had not returned from work last night. So he may have been hanging with his friends, she says. But, that'd be a good place to start.
That would be. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. I'm going to stick around for a little while and enjoy this place.
I'm going to motion to one of the servers, to give a round of drinks to this table and to the 4 other people around.
He chuckles when you point out the 4 other tables. I knew I liked you.
Well, yeah. Well, have a good evening. I'm sure we'll do more business.
Well, I am counting on it.
And I am then going to head off and first talk to Steve and then Igor about what I'm going to give them the message, relay the message about where Francis Harmon lives.
Okay.
And that he did not return home last night.
That can't be good.
And then I will come and tell Igor the exact same thing.
Do you want to look into this at all?
Oh, well, yeah. But I don't know if you have stuff going on tonight here or if you are ready to head on out.
Oh, I mean, they seem to got everything handled here, and I think it'd be worth going and visiting them. For sure. And well, it said he wasn't there. His mother said he was at work.
No, probably with friends. He probably was
friends.
out night with friends.
Gotcha.
Have you spoken with the two other colleagues down there at the bar that might have went out for a snack afterwards and could have ran into them?
I haven't talked to them about that. I mean,
I wonder
they don't seem like the people that would pick up a random drug dealer on the street.
I don't know what their hunger would be.
Sure.
What flavor they like?
Yes.
Igor, I mean, Judd's pretty certain he knows what kind of flavor they like.
Well, yeah.
Sanguine? Is that the one?
Well, you know, they're very much like Devon.
I'm trying to think of the, is that what it is?
Sanguine.
Yeah.
But they're sirens.
Yeah.
Yeah, because mine's choleric.
Alright.
However the hell that's spelled. Yeah, choleric. Which is easy to get people in that mood when you are,
Yeah. It's great.
Alright, so what you doing, gentlemen?
Well, I mean, if y'all are ready, but I don't think we should. We need another car other than Eve's chauffeur-driven SUV.
Well, I don't want to take my car because it might scare him off if, the Russian mob shows up at his footstep.
You're saying I should go out and find a car.
Acquisitions are nice, yes.
Okay.
Do you need any assistance?
Nah, I can do this one.
Alright.
So, yeah, I will go outside and become invisible. And I'm still fine. And I will go try to find us a nice non-chalant car that is not near any cameras and a couple more blocks away from the police station.
Alright, so give me a...
Streetwise?
Yeah, we'll go with Streetwise.
Okay.
And you use
This
intelligence
does
or
not
whatever.
really, yeah. This does not really fit with urban survival. So 4 dice to find a car that's not being surveilled greatly.
You find an open lot not too far away that has a couple vehicles in it.
Okay.
And you find yourself a nice nondescript sedan that you can...
Chevy, yeah.
Something along those lines.
And I will break into it. And
Easy enough for you.
disable any technology and stuff, or well, disable.
It doesn't seem that the one you grabbed had like a low deck or anything like that in it, so you seem to be fine.
Yeah.
Especially with a roll like
Okay.
that.
Yeah. That's a good roll. And so I will drive back over and drive around back.
Alright. You guys waiting?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you have your car, you have your mode of transportation, you have a destination, or whatever you plan on doing?
Yeah, Igor, do you want to drive?
Oh yeah, I can drive. I was gonna swing by the nearest Best Buy electronics store of some sort. If any of you need anything, I had an idea.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, yeah, swing by whatever electronics store, Best Buy or whatever is on the way to the house.
Or
And
even a Walmart.
Yeah, at Walmart too. I'm gonna head inside and buy myself some AirTags, some Apple AirTags.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So if we do find, a car of his, we can place it.
Trying to figure out exactly.
There was a electronics store north. There's
Yep.
Bond's Television Electronics north of that road.
Yeah,
but
you've also got Best Buy that seems to be not too far from your residence.
yeah, so I would just go to whatever place is closest and pick up a few of those.
Okay, not a problem. Traffic
Some
has
trackers.
died down for the evening, so it doesn't take that long to do.
Yep. So I'll buy a few of those and
Alrighty
get
then.
them set up. But
Easy enough. No need to roll or anything like that.
But yeah, West 6, it's pretty plain. It once you mentioned it, I looked it up while we were waiting for you, and kind of a main street. So how do we want to approach this?
Truthfully, y'all are much better at things like this than I am. So depends on what you want to do.
Well,
Igor, you remember something as you're sitting there discussing how you want to approach it.
mhm.
You still have something on your possessions that you had to use to rescue somebody.
Rescuers. Which words?
You ended up finding Dante in the process of using this particular item.
Oh.
Your
What was
FBI
that?
badge.
Yeah.
You still have it.
Weird. I have this. Huh. Okay, cool.
You never told me you threw it away, so it was like it's in your
I
pocket.
completely forgot about that. Yeah.
There is a parking lot nearby. You can just park there and then walk over. There's also a side street you can just park there.
There's a parking lot in the back, but they would see a random car pull up. It'd be a little strange.
Yeah.
I mean, we, go in and talk to her that way. Yay or nays?
It sounds fun with me.
Yeah, that sounds fine with me.
Who here's a good talker?
Oh.
All right, perfect.
They're in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not much of persuading, but I can, do my best to get my way, scaring them.
Yeah.
And maybe if, we say that, the sun's in some pretty, bad pools, some, deep water.
Okay.
So I am, notes, looking at this, agent.
And I'm still invisible, so I'm going to get out of the car as they're talking, and I'm going to just start surveilling this area.
Yeah, I don't think I'm Max Hunter. I think I'm the other one.
See if I have it on the other.
I'll get it for
That's
you.
the other sheet.
Because there's Dante, Agent.
Dylan
Bond.
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 Dylan Bond.
Okay, so I'm Agent Bond.
Secret.
There it is.
Agent.
Yeah, I'm Agent Dylan Bond.
Yeah, this house is actually, in the real world, a company, Global Disaster Service.
Oh, I know.
I was just like, how wrong could that go with a name like that with this group?
I mean, we could have used them.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, more or less, black suit should work.
I will keep. We parked around the corner, right?
Yeah, it's not gonna be right up
Western
front.
Street.
I'm good.
But I'm just
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I'm just gonna go out and surveil, and if I see anything, I'll let them know.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Is because I'm not really dressed for federal agents.
So you're saying I'm doing this alone?
At least you're not dressed like a goth kid anymore.
No, it's like, you know what? I'm just gonna, go back to suit and tie. Black suit and tie.
No. But I will take a look around on my end of the corridor. I'll go on the opposite side of walk down from wherever Jude is to keep better vision. And I still have moments and awareness.
So, before Keeve leaves, who wants to watch the back just in case he is there and he decides to run when I show up?
I'll get to the back before you get to the front.
All right.
Because it was mainly this block area that I was going to surveil, but I'll make sure I'm at the back.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking, just you're on one side of the house, other type deal.
All right. Whenever you're ready, let me know and I'll make my move.
I'm ready.
All right. Perfect. I'm going to turn on Daunt.
Okay.
So, poor old lady is going to be dealing with somebody knocking on her door, talking about her child. Yeah, I will walk up to the door, doorbell, knock on it, whichever there is.
All right. Yeah, doorbell. Let's see. Give me a moment, and I will ring her up for you. Okay, that's not giving me very many. All right, so come up to the door. As you knock on the door, you hear a woman inside. 1 minute. And then a few moments later, older woman, probably mid-40s, violet eyes. Her hair is about the, kind of a golden yellow. Sorry, she's got white hair, violet eyes. She's wearing a pair of blue jeans and a loose-fitting shirt. Yes, can I help you?
Miss Harmon.
Yes.
Show the badge.
How can I help you, officer?
Agent Dylan Bond, I need to talk to you about your son.
He's not here at the moment. Is something wrong?
Yes. Maybe talk inside.
Can I see your credentials?
Yeah, show the badge.
She just takes it like she's looking at it closer to make sure it says what nothing on it that screams this is fake, as far as she can tell. All right, sure, yes. Can I get you a glass of tea or something?
Tea will be fine, yes.
All right. She goes in the kitchen. You hear her bang around with a few things. Comes back out with appears to be a tray with a tea kettle in the middle and 2 little cups.
Okay. Yeah.
Towards
While
you.
she's doing that, I'm looking at if there's a mantle over a fireplace or anything like
Yeah, and
that.
all you see is pictures of just her and her son, the gentleman from the other night.
Okay.
Obviously different ages, but it just seems to be her and him through the years.
Gotcha. Oh, thank you.
So, what is my son? What's wrong with Francis?
Francis has got himself caught in some fairly deep water, and I need to talk to him.
Well, I mean, he didn't come home last night after work, so I figured he just stayed the night at a friend's house like he does from time to time, and probably hung out with them. But he should be at work now.
Where does he work?
He works over at
Pull out a pen and paper.
Highland Lanes. Yeah, he does the shoes and stuff at Highland Lanes.
Did he work last night?
From my understanding, he did. I mean, I didn't go and see him personally. I don't like. I mean, he's a grown boy. He can, make his way to work and back without his mommy showing up and watching his back.
Well, we've had reports of your son selling a new drug that is causing issues in town.
No, my son
People
doesn't.
go into convulsions and they don't wake up from them. We've got evidence of your son on video doing this. And we're trying to find him.
Well, she pulls out a phone and dials a number, and it just continues to ring. Well, he's not answering his phone. I'm sure he's probably at work if you need to go, check there.
Well, you mentioned he was at work last night. This video is of him last night.
Well, I mean, he works till about midnight, till they close, and then goes and does his own thing.
Well, I would appreciate it if you could let me know when he shows up.
Do you have a number I can call you at?
And I'll give her a number to a burner phone I have.
Okay. Well, I mean, if he shows up here, I'll give you a call.
I'd like to see if I could do a wisdom insight, to see if she's being truthful.
Go ahead.
Two?
As far as you can tell, she's being, pardon me, completely sincere.
I don't want you to tell your son that, we're out looking for him and him getting scared and running off, because what he's slinging could get him killed with the crowd he could possibly be running with who we think is manufacturing this new product.
I understand. If he shows up, I will be sure to let you know, because last thing I want is my son to do something stupid and get locked up in jail. Or get himself killed like his dad did.
That it is best if he is able to come home to his mother and not wind up somewhere with the involvement of the mob.
I agree with you, sir. And I mean, I would hope that you would return the same kindness if you find him before he comes home.
He will be questioned, but he will, yes, be returned. You will be informed. Thank you for your time.
She seems to be wringing her hands and kind of thinking of what's going on, what her son get himself into, kind of thing. Not that you can read her mind, but you can deduce that pretty much from your conversations and her reactions.
Gotcha. All right. I will make my way out the front door and close it and pull up my phone and act like I'm making a call and ask as I'm walking down the street, just kind of, yes, yeah, act like I'm informing someone of something until I get back to the car.
Okay.
I am not hiding when I make my way back to the car.
So the other two notice you walking back towards the car.
And I will make my way back.
And I look up this Highland Lanes on my phone for an address.
I'll wait towards him to come pick me up because I'm not about to walk all the way back.
All right. When you look it up, Highlands Lane's address comes up as 8909 Burnett Road.
Okay. We got a possible location of him. He works till midnight at Highland Lanes. How should we pay a visit?
Oh, why don't we go bowling then?
Bowling?
Well, okay. That's
I'm
what
not
I'm
familiar with this
gathering.
sport.
I guess that's what the place is by the name, but I'm not really suggesting we go bowling. But just
Okay. Well,
trolling for information would be another way to say it.
I understand.
It's quite a ways away, but it shouldn't take too long.
Sounds like an interesting sport. I just never really learned how to play it properly.
Yeah, and I have a feeling this was just a cover for her son because it, by the map, it looks like it's pretty far away from where he lives and where all the clubs are.
That is why I'm afraid. She seemed to be truthful with me. She seemed to be caring about her son's well-being.
Yeah.
She didn't seem to be lying, but...
Well, was he here this morning?
He had not showed up today.
Well, why don't we do this instead? Since we have the phone open, I will get the phone number for Highland Lanes, and I will call them.
Good evening, Highland Lanes.
Yes, hi. I would like to speak with one of your employees, a Francis Harmon.
Francis? Shit.
Yes.
Francis ain't worked here for weeks.
Do you have any information of where he may now be working?
No. I mean, his girlfriend might. She's still here.
Oh, could you give me her name? Or actually, we may come and visit and talk with her. But
I mean, what's this about?
he is wanted in connection. He is under police investigation.
Okay.
As he starts mentioning that, speed up just a little bit. Not speeding, but, getting there a little quicker.
So, anyway, thank you very much.
Sure. Click.
And I'll say to the people in the car, well, his girlfriend might know where he is. She still works at Highland Lanes. He hasn't in over a week.
Great.
Or a few weeks.
Did you get the girlfriend's name?
No, sorry. I'm not good at this type of thing. Still learning on how to deal with these.
And you told them that he was under police investigation?
Hey, I don't know how the police actually talk.
So you might want to speed up a little bit more there.
Yep, I'm afraid she's gonna get word that police are interested in him, and she's gonna call him, and he's gonna disappear.
Or she may disappear as well.
Well, that's why I'm hurrying.
I think he may already have disappeared.
Oh, he's going to disappear. But.
So how long do you think it's going to take you?
Well, it's on the opposite side of town, but it's got a fairly straight road that goes up there.
So let's see.
And I heard Texas doesn't have a speed limit on anything, hardly, from the people I've been talking to.
Marcus, what kind of lies you been telling him?
They have a speed limit.
Does anybody follow it?
No. They have a speed suggestion.
There's a white sign that says speed limit. Now, it's written in English. So,
Gotcha.
is it read properly all the time? I don't know. But the one rule is the bigger vehicle has the right of way.
So you're saying some people might actually see that as speed minimum.
Oh, geez Louise.
Right.
Okay. If you were going there right now, we're not going to say that it's right now. This is walking. I don't want walking. I want driving. What the hell?
Oh, I was going to say walking.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably heading up Burnout Road.
Yeah, it's just it gave me walking times. Like, wait, how the fuck is 8 miles? 2 hours. All right, so you're looking at about 15-minute ride to get there.
Yeah.
That's like 2.5 hours. What the hell? Traffic must be shit right now. But yeah, 15 minutes or so. You get there and
It's all the good Baptists leaving church and going bowling.
yeah, gotta be. But all right.
Yeah,
So yep.
I'll go in and I'll be looking for his girlfriend then, since you talked
And
to him.
I'll go around back. I'm still invisible or obfuscated, and I'll go around back in case he comes around, doesn't get her, or she goes out.
I will go check in the women's bathroom.
Okay.
It's a big building.
Yeah.
Lots of parking. Lots of parking.
Be right back.
Ooh,
Okay.
an Olive Garden.
Yeah,
Cool.
definitely lots
Anyway.
of parking, and apparently I was looking at the wrong side of the building. There we go. The Lebowski Grill. Oh yeah. All right, so you guys, you head inside. What are you doing?
I'm going to go around back.
All
I'm
right.
going to go in through the front. And I'm going to look for whoever is manning the register.
All right. See, young girl, sitting there at the register near the shoe station. What size?
I'm not here to bowl. I'm looking for...
Oh, the grill's over there with the bar, if that's what you wanted to do.
No. Bill and Bond, FBI. I'm looking for Francis Harmon. I heard he wasn't here, but I heard his girlfriend was.
Yeah. What do you do?
Are you his girlfriend?
Well, I was until, well, I mean, as far as I know, but I haven't heard from him in a day.
When was the last day you heard from him?
Well, he called me yesterday because we were supposed to hook up after I got off work last night, and he didn't show up.
Do you have his
That's
number?
also in the parking lot.
The number he called you from.
Yeah, I mean, do you have a badge?
Yeah, it's one of the first things I would have showed her.
Okay,
when
just
I
making sure.
come up, introduction, badge.
Yeah, I mean, here you go. She shows you a phone number.
Okay, I write down the phone number for him. Last night you said, what time?
Well, I mean, it was, I want to say about, oh, she looks at the phone. Looked like it was about 8:57 when he called me.
8:57. Okay, and I would have saw him at the club afterwards.
Uh-huh.
Like after 9 o'clock, 10:30, 10:11.
Yep.
Because that gal had that issue 1-ish. No, it was like midnight when she had the issue, I think.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, so I saw him between 10 and midnight. Okay, all right. Pieces. At 8:15.
8:57.
Oh, 57.
Details matter.
Yes. Very much, very much. Hey, that is 42 minutes. That's like 3 trips across town, apparently.
Apparently.
No, she wasn't in the bathroom.
You see Igor talking to a gal at the shoe stand.
Probably early 20s, brunette. I mean, I don't know if you're staring at her eyes or not, but they're hazel eyes. And of course, she's wearing the Highland uniform. Whatever the Highland Bowling Lanes uniform is.
Well, if you do hear from him, if you do see him, he has gotten himself in some fairly hot water.
Did you check with his mom and find out?
Yes. She thinks he works here.
Oh, he quit here.
He didn't show up last night.
He got a better paying job, he said, a little while back.
Did you say where?
Who are you?
I'm on a ride along with him. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I know.
you're his partner?
I'm supposed to. Not his. I'm a cadet. This is our ride along.
Okay.
Anyway.
He didn't say what the job was. He just said it would bring in some good money, and I mean, it has. We've had some pretty good, expensive dinner dates and stuff like that. But he never told me exactly what it was or where his job was at.
Well, his job is not legal. He's gotten himself selling some dangerous things. But I would suggest staying clear of him.
I mean, how dangerous?
If you do hear from him or do meet him, if you could call me at this number and let me know. I need to talk to him.
Okay. I mean, if I hear from him, granted, I'm probably going to cuss him out because, like you said, he stood me up on our date we had last night.
Good. I don't want him catching wind that I'm looking for him, and just in case he might run. And if he runs from me, he might be running from whoever he's working with. Either way, it could get him dealt with.
He did mention something. Now that I think about it. He said he was doing... It just came to mind because one of the conversations we had, he mentioned somebody named Marie that he was doing consulting with, is why he was making so much money.
Consulting?
Yes.
Okay.
But I don't know where exactly. He was kind of nondescript about the things that he did. I just know that he said that he worked with a woman by the name of Marie. She's a little older than he was. And that was all that he told me about her.
I appreciate your help. Anything that I can look into to try and bring him back safely is best.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want him getting hurt, and I don't want him running. I mean, that's not good. You say he's doing what? What is he doing?
He's gotten himself involved with some dangerous parties. I can't go any deeper into that.
Oh, okay.
And as we're there and she came up and was saying she's my partner, I kind of I'd reach into my pocket when I was grabbing my card, and I would brush my hand against her hand to try and, tap the back of her palm, if that means anything to her, as we're talking to this gal.
I appreciate you talking to us, and I'll extend my hand out to her. And
Yes, no problem.
does she shake it?
Oh, yes, she does. It'd be rude not to.
All right. In the process, I will do that. Get a little hungry in the process, and then resolve Ospat. So that is 3. And I will that.
All right.
Hopefully 10.
So it gives you
4 success.
Yep. All right, now do me a favor and help me out with this. I know you're doing a vision.
Premonition, yes.
Yep. Now, what is it you're looking for?
Seeing if and where she last saw him. Basically trying to get some insight if she's actually full of shit.
All right.
But yeah, just mainly last place she saw him, last time she talked to him, those kind of visions.
All right. Well, you get a vision of him in a very nice suit and her in a very nice black dress at what seems to be one of the more prominent restaurants in town.
Okay.
They're having a decent meal. Of course, you go through the meal a little bit. You go through later where they go back to her place, hang out. Things get to a certain way. Next thing you know, she wakes up the next morning to go to work, or next afternoon to get ready to go to work. And it seems to be the last time she saw him. Now, we'll say with a 4, I'm going to say you pick up other things.
Did I notice this car he drives, maybe license plate?
Nope, you don't notice any vehicle. It's almost like they Ubered where they went.
Okay.
But you do notice at the dinner, it looked like she didn't seem to notice, but you could catch it in her vision as you're looking through it, that a youngish looking woman with auburn hair and dark hazel eyes with skin pigment of coffee hues. So kind of almost like she was paying entirely too much attention to what was going on at the table they were at.
Okay.
And you do catch the fact that they Ubered.
Mm-hmm.
And she got out and went to work. The Uber dropped her off here, but he stayed with the car and when it pulled away.
Okay. So, I know it's an Uber. Alright. Sir, is there anything else that I should take notes on?
No. I think we are done here for now. Thank you for all your help. Thank you for your assistance. Do have a nice night.
Well, I mean, I will do my best. Just hopefully he's all right. And you can find him before he gets in any worse trouble, I guess?
We hope so. And turn around to exit and still within earshot, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
These Russian mob. Under his breath, he kind of sighs and says that.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Spreading hate amongst the mob in town.
Let's see.
Blaming them for everything.
Yeah, unfortunately, she's just entirely too busy fretting over the fact that her boyfriend's being searched for by the FBI, that he may be in some trouble, and of course she's still got a job to do, because as soon as you left, 2 teenagers come up asking for shoes.
Yep.
So when we get to the car, I will relay everything I saw in my vision.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but does it really give us a lead?
Well,
whoever that woman was.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm trying to recall. I wasn't paying too much attention while you were talking to him. Amelia and Quinn. Did they think they were the only ones in town?
Yeah.
Okay.
They hadn't met anyone else.
All right.
However, they took an Uber. And they were riding this kind of car.
And yeah, you do have a description of the kind of vehicle it was. You know, looked like a little Echo. Kind of small, compact, gray in color. But they did not walk into a position that you could see the license plate.
Yeah. So maybe you could do your whole FBI thing and contact Uber, see who their drivers are here that have that kind of vehicle, and could talk to him and see where he dropped him off at.
Well, I believe I would need a warrant for that.
Oh.
And I have a badge.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you recognize any landmarks, any buildings, what restaurant?
They were at... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you can do the restaurant thing.
Yeah, it was at a prominent restaurant here in town, one high-end.
Okay. So it wasn't that Plucker's Wing Bar that I saw just across the street over there?
No.
But, alright. Well, did you get a sense of how old that vision was?
Day or two ago?
You're pretty certain it was the day before.
Okay.
Yeah, because she was supposed to meet him last night, but she got stood up by him. But I saw him at the club at around 11 o'clock, and last time she had heard from him was 10:57. Or 8:57. So after that, after he left...
Okay, so let's
going
see.
around in Ubers, then that's going to be hard to track down.
Trying to find something for you. Help you out.
Capitol Grill?
Hmm?
The Capitol Grill?
Am I sharing my screen?
Huh?
Am I sharing my screen or something?
No.
I actually have it brought up. I'm trying to see if I can find pictures to kind of give you a description.
Okay.
It does have pictures.
The high-end...
So you recognize that the dining room had kind of a roundish look to it, you know, like a circle look to it with big open windows. Let's see if I can find something else other than all these pictures of friggin' food.
notice the lion out front?
Yeah, that's what I was about to tell you. Quit. Stop looking at my screen. So yes, you do remember catching a glimpse of a lion at one point in time. And don't you say it. Yeah, the lion seems to be the only prominent thing. And the door is, the door they came in and out of is a glass door with side panels. So that's about it.
So I like the one there in Discord?
Don't know what you put in Discord. Yes, that's the one. So quit looking at my screen. That is the picture that's brought up in the center of my other screen.
You know, that's strange. I actually meet there. For a well, it was a workshop with a publishing company.
Okay, so now I'm just going to close this out since you've already got all that information before I give it to you.
I was just looking. You said, "Oh, go ahead with the restaurant." So I was like, "All right, what high-end restaurants are in Austin?"
Yeah, I put in 5-star restaurants in Austin, and like third or fourth one. I mean, it wasn't the first one; it was like down a ways, but yeah.
Okay.
And we'll say that Kiv has probably scoped the place out at one point in time for nightclub reasons.
Okay. Yeah. So, actually,
I would say we could go down there and talk to them, but a 5-star restaurant like that's not going to want to probably give up surveillance video to just one person without a warrant.
yes. When did you kick him out of our club?
He left at this time.
Yeah, about 10 o'clock.
Okay.
About 10 o'clock.
Oh, shit. Okay. And we didn't get there till about 10ish.
Yeah, it was not long after you guys had gotten there that it was brought to Igor's attention. He got rid of him.
Well, I was trying to think about maybe trying to illuminate the trail of the prey again, but I think that has to be within the previous 24 hours.
And that was at the club.
Yeah.
And he hadn't been to the bowling alley or his home in the last 24 hours.
Yeah. I don't know. You try to make sense of that. Let me know if it's...
Well, didn't we figure out some simpler way to... It was easier to figure out.
Well, I don't know if it's something I can do at any time that, oh, hey, I picture the guy and I can pick out his route, or, hey, I have to know his location within the last 24 hours before I can pick the trail.
Well, you do have his location within the last 24 hours. He was at your club.
Right, but we passed that time when he got kicked out. Already.
Yeah, because it will allow you to leave the path
No.
if you rolled critically for 2 nights, but it still has to be 24 hours, huh?
That's how I'm reading it, so that won't work. Okay.
Doesn't seem like it. And you rolled too badly the night before for it to work, so.
Yeah. Alright. Well, I'm out of suggestions. We could go back to the club and talk to those 2 guys, see if they are the kindred that were there, and see if they maybe know anything about it, or swing by the police station. I could
You
go
were
in.
talking with a detective, were you not?
Let me go
Yes.
back to your ritual for a second. The
Yes.
target must be known by face by the caster, who sees the path traveled by the victim over the previous 24 hours. You don't have a 24-hour limit from the last time you saw him. You just have to know him by face.
Oh, and you see their last 24 hours of travel.
And then you see their last 24 hours.
Okay. So first I have to do a blood sorcery roll, right?
And is there any way we can help you on this?
That would be up to date.
I don't know how they'd be able to.
I don't have any occult. I
have
don't
some
know magic.
occult. Yeah.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and roll me.
Get you a chicken head.
Yeah, since it's a ritual roll and you've done some work in the city, why don't you roll me a occult check? Occult intelligence, I guess.
Oh, that's going to be lovely. That's a lovely roll for me.
Have you talked to any ghosts in town tonight or recently there, dude?
No, but I was thinking about that.
Maybe they've seen some weird animalistic person.
Oh, wow, I actually made the base difficult. I'm in shock. Well, I could do that.
So, with
Look.
your somewhat success in the occult, I will say you can give Kiv an extra 2 dice to roll when she does her check.
Oh, well, thank you.
Okay.
I do
So,
know rituals. It's just my rituals are a little bit more bloody.
what is blood sorcery's dice roll? It's blood sorcery and
Your ritual
what?
roll is
Or
intelligence plus blood sorcery.
okay, so
And the difficulty is ritual level +1, so you're a second level ritual.
yes.
And so that will be a difficulty of 3.
So intelligence plus blood sorcery. Submit difficulty 3
+2.
plus 2.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
2
have
extra
those
dice.
two.
Plus you get 2 extra dice.
okay.
Yeah.
Cancel that.
And so you're going, okay, you probably want to add a little more flim into this. So
That's 5.
if you need to, I can get some bile for you.
3. And then I will do another willpower. So that gives me 4 successes on just the ritual, or the blood sorcery.
Okay.
So now the ritual is 2 plus. I should have never done a fucking blood sorcery.
Okay, the ritual you did. How many successes did you have?
4.
4 successes.
You have 4 successes. Go on and spend willpower to see if you can increase that.
That was with
Oh,
willpower.
it's with
That
willpower.
was with willpower. Okay, you're now wanting to do a intelligence survival roll. And the difficulty of this is going to be a 5.
Oh, wow.
5. Do I still get your 2 dice roll for this, or?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll
Now, do I do 2 for the blood sorcery rituals as well, or?
No.
Just-
This is just what the blood sorcery did was it reduced the
DC pretty much.
DC for the survival check.
Okay. And it's still a 5?
Yeah.
Magic.
Yeah. Blood sorcery is difficult.
You've got, a chance.
You got it.
Holy shit, you got it.
Yep. You realize the spell does work and it goes off. But you're currently not any place that he has been.
Let's
We know he was near the club, so let's go
Yes.
back there.
just club.
Yeah, if you mentioned you're going to try this ritual, it's like last 24 hours to the club. So,
Yeah.
So as you make your way closer to the club,
Mm-hmm.
you're not quite there yet, but you do make your way closer. You pick up something, like a line in the air,
Okay.
and we were going to take a break.
Okay.
So, ladies,
Igor, follow that line.
point me in the direction. I don't see it.
so ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back in about 10 minutes or so to allow bathroom breaks and any other kind of tweaking I might need to do to catch up with these fellas. So we'll see you in about 10 minutes. Alright, and we're back. We left off that our group has found a trail that was left behind the night before, apparently by Francis. And you're following it, correct?
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
at least
I-
you're trying
I
to
am
follow
driving
it
where I am
as
being
Kiv is like
pointed.
pointing, go that way, go that way, go that way.
Yeah. Now that the spell actually freaking worked for once.
Alright.
So yeah, I'll be pointing out the directions of.
Huh. Okay. Interesting.
What?
Just the place I had set up for you.
Mm,
I'm going to move it. Good enough. So you're following it around. And let's see. Yeah, that'll work. It takes you up 5th Street to the corner of 5th Street and Colorado Street. And it looks like it goes into what appears to be a construction lot of sorts.
Okay. We may want to see
I
what
was
the.
right all along.
I'm going to see if there is anything gonna kill us. There's a 4.
Are you looking for invisible stuff?
Sure. So that's resolve. That's my 5. That's my 5.
And it's blocked by what? Obfuscate and dexterity, or
See, it is against their target's wits and obfuscate.
what's an obfuscate? Okay.
Alright. So, you don't see anything invisible, and you still see your little trail heading into the building there.
He's inside, but I'd be cautious.
Yes. If what I'm remembering is right, this is sort of the Russians area.
Oh, is it? Didn't even notice that.
Well, do you want to go say hello?
Well, they were in Colorado Street, weren't they, area? It's close
They're
to
in
it.
River.
East
No,
Chavez.
they're in East Chavez. This is a little
Yeah.
further, I guess
Not
it's north,
terribly far.
west from there.
Now, this time you actually do see Jude.
Okay.
Alright, so, what are you doing?
Well, you can see everything, so I'll follow your lead.
Okay.
And you said we're on 5th and Congress?
Colorado.
Colorado.
Actual address is 115 West 5th Street.
I assume we come up to the door.
Door.
Well, it's a construction site, right?
Oh,
So-
yeah. There's an open gate.
Okay. Okay. Shall we?
Yeah, it's like right. Like right over
Right
here.
around the U. I think, something like that.
Well, let me see what happens. Okay, I'm getting
And
hungry.
if you guys want a
Fine.
little bit more, I can do this.
Nothing's going wrong.
Well,
Oh,
I assume
it's just above that first bridge after the curve. Yeah, it's like right there.
Okay.
Okay.
I assume we parked away from the building and we're walking there.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
I was actually thinking of parking on the parking garage on the opposite side. It's just catty corner on the other side of the street. There's a parking garage overlooking the construction site.
okay.
I was thinking of parking on the top floor up there, and that'd give us a idea to scout what's right there in the immediate vicinity from a vantage point,
Okay.
in case
Oh,
anybody's watching it as well.
Would you like me to kind of wander around and check out the area?
If you want to, yeah.
I'll be
Oh,
done
okay.
not long after. I was just kind of hoping to get parked up there and make sure nobody else is watching from up there.
There you go,
Oh,
guys.
no. You go do that. I am, though, going to...
So, you guys came in
Probably
this way.
Yeah.
I'm obfuscated, and I'm also just going incredibly stealthy, and I'm looking around this place.
Okay.
And yeah, the parking garage is like right there.
And I'll kind of stealth down along the tree lines there, kind of hide in the shadows.
I stealth as well. Let's see how that goes. Hey!
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, you click another one of those hungers up.
Mm-hmm.
All this trying to do certain things is just it's kind of frustrating you a little bit, and you're getting a little hungrier in the process.
It's alright. Nothing can go wrong. Everything
Let me
can go
rephrase
wrong.
that. I just said that wrong. That's not a bestial failure. It's just a messy critical.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, you're just not paying enough attention. You walked into a pylon or something and knocked down a lot of crap. So, not very stealthy.
No.
How has Jude lived so long with this guy running around with him?
Hey, I'm drawing the attention from the invisible people.
Oh, I didn't see you come up next to me.
Yeah, I'm going to look around the place to get a better idea of what's going on in this area.
All right, so give me go ahead and give me an investigation.
Anymore.
I was gonna say, where's the thing leading us?
Do we want wits or intelligence?
Whichever one you want to use.
Okay.
I will let you decide.
Is it line going into this building here?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Isn't that building there?
Alright, so I've got lethal and non-lethal on me.
So that's a 5 on my investigation.
Okay.
One of those was the 10. Yeah.
That's what I said.
Never mind. Ignore me.
No.
You had it right. Jeez. So yeah, your investigation is you get all the equipment laying around. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. There is bulldozers, crane, cement truck with a boom pump. Of course, the vehicle. There's no other vehicles here, but you're not catching any other kind of movement either. Not even animal based.
But
Like
are
your
there
character.
any ghosts?
Oh, ghosts. Yeah, there might be one.
Okay. And if I see one, I will go over to there.
All right, you actually come across one wearing a hard hat and just kind of looking around.
Hi.
Oh, the hell? Hi.
Hi.
You're obfuscated though, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh.
How long you been around here?
Uh, probably for about a month, I think. I don't know. Time kind of runs differently now.
Yeah. Happened to see anything else last night? A young kid come in?
Oh, yeah, I guess pretty late last night there was a kid that came in here. Him and cute blonde, redhead. A cat called her, but she didn't seem to hear me. So, who are you? Where are you at?
Oh,
Is that you, God?
like you.
Can I go home now?
No. No, it's no.
I mean, I've been here for a while. I'd like to go somewhere.
Yeah, you will. You heard about purgatory?
That club down on 6th?
Well, that might be a lot more fun. You just gotta kind of let your soul relax, and then you get to go home.
Want to see my kid again?
Well, eventually.
You're being kind of vague on this answer.
Well, it's because you're in a process. You can't really go back and see your kid right now.
Why not?
What was
apparently,
the last
you see me.
thing you remember before other people couldn't see you?
Last thing I remember. What was the question?
Okay, people haven't been seeing you around, right?
I mean, yeah, they ain't been paying much attention to me since I. What happened? There was that railing that broke.
Did you fall?
I think I did, because I remember a railing breaking, somebody yelling, "Oh shit!" and then I heard a crunch, and then blackness.
Okay. Well, you see, you didn't survive that crash.
Oh, is that what happened? So I'm stuck here. And you said purgatory. You sure this isn't hell?
Maybe not here. I mean, let me ask you. Do you feel... was there something you really loved in life? An artifact, an item? Something that really resonated?
No, I just came to work for my family.
Okay, come on. I mean, you must have loved a football team or a baseball team or, or have like a really good memory with your daughter.
I mean, there was that day at the park.
Okay. Really? Hold on. Before I give you the next bit, what happened with this redhead girl and the young guy?
They just went inside, and then not long later, I saw her leave.
Inside here.
Yeah, then the building over there. Yeah.
Okay. Then, what I want you to do is really focus on something about that park. There's something that's holding you here called a fetter, and you can usually find that fetter.
Stray cats.
Yeah, stray cats. I see that. So, what do you mean? Do I need to go to that place, or
see if you can feel it and find it? Your body died here. You're always going to be able to come back here, but you might be able to get close to your home. You just have to kind of feel your way there. At least that's how I understand.
And he looks like he's trying to, take a dump or concentrate, whichever one it looks like.
Yeah.
And then he starts to fade.
Okay. Okay. So I go back and find Igor out in Kiev.
Yep. Where are you guys at?
Follow the
Because Judd just kind of wandered off for a moment, and you see him talking to Air, and Keeve sees him talking to somebody.
Yeah.
Okay, so the kid met up with a redhead here, and they went inside. Only she came back out. So I have a feeling he's dead inside.
Oh.
Alrighty.
Alright.
Maybe you could talk to the construction guy to have him go scout for you.
It's hard. He's still not really sure about all this, and I can't compel him yet. So it's hard. I have to kind of talk to them and try to get them to realize, the spirit's like Evie. She kind of knows what's going on.
Yeah. Well, we could have invited him back to the house. So
Well,
we
would need one of his fetters to do that. I mean, I should have warned him about necromancers, but, I'm not a bad.
You're a necromancer?
Family tradition.
Alright. So, we need to get inside that building.
Yeah.
I mean, you take point. You know where we're going.
Oh, okay. Well, you have the path.
Yeah.
I'll follow in.
Mm-hmm. I will stealthily move up this time, Igor. Do we need another stealth roll?
Yeah. After a comment like that, yeah. So what y'all give me a stealth roll?
No. On one of those, it was just yeah, stealthily, very stealthily.
Yeah. Shit. Damn it.
Yeah. As you say, this time be quiet, or you turn and step into like a pile of poles that are leaning up against the wall and knock them all down. Ting 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 ting.
Igor, that's what I'm telling you not to do. As I walk around to the door, I will put my ear up to it, see if I.
There's no door. It's just an open area.
Oh, it's just an open area.
Yeah, the walls haven't been completely put up yet.
Okay, well then I'll walk through.
Yep. And you see it follow. The trail leads you to what looks like an external construction elevator.
It seems to be going up.
Okay.
So let's go. You strongman right now?
Why don't we just take the elevator?
Well, yeah. But I'm sure with me demonstrating on how not to sneak in here and the elevator, they may know someone's here.
Okay. I mean,
So there might be some.
I'll go up the stairs.
I mean, I'm, FBI. You're my assistant.
And I'm going to go up the stairs.
Okay.
Because I make no sound whatsoever. I don't even have to roll for that one.
Yeah.
All right. So you start taking the elevator up, and Judd starts going up the stairs.
All right.
You get to about the. I don't even know how tall that building's supposed to be. Let me see.
Very. Well, oh wait. The building.
Hold on.
That one's only like 3 stories. The one behind it's huge.
What's going on here?
This one, the Austin Business Page System.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was trying to.
Huge.
Yeah, that's the building we're going up.
Yeah, hold on. I was trying to click it for street view and I couldn't see it.
Well, it's hard to tell, but there's a building on the other side of it actually that's
There it goes. It was just messing up on me.
Because there's this little building.
Oh, that's 3 stories there?
Yeah, that one is 3 stories that you can see right there, the corner of it. And then you got this big building.
That's probably good. Into 12 stories.
Okay, so I think that's the old building they're tearing down. And there's a huge building behind it that's like, I don't know how many stories to count that one up.
A lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, the building that you're currently dealing with is already constructed. From the siding, well, it looks like that building's already got at least 5 stories to it. But
Let's just say 5 stories.
yep,
Maybe.
we'll say 5 stories up. Oh no, that is the building. Never mind.
Yeah.
That's
whatever works.
That's the building behind it. I can tell by the way I look at it. So yeah, the building you're going into is not that one. It's the building that's being built in the lot in front of it.
Oh, here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll say it's about 10 stories up before you notice the trail lead off into the building.
Okay. I'll stop it and we'll go mosey in on it.
Alright, you follow it around till you seem to be on the back side of the construction. And the odd part is now this trail that you're following seems to go all over the place in this room.
Okay.
Just kind of zigzags back and forth. Just give me an investigation, will you?
Alright. Investigation, intelligence?
Sure.
I mean, there's a chance I can succeed. Investigation wits if it's possible for me.
And I'll also just be looking around.
Yeah,
Let's see what happens. Hey, 2 successes.
So yeah, you just see these lines back and forth, back and forth. Ikor's like,
I got 2.
Either
That's
he-
all I could do.
either he did a whole lot of
Hold
pacing.
on. I can do one more. So that's 2 for me.
All right, so looking around, both you, once you get up there as well. Actually, you guys don't even see the trail.
No, we don't see the trail. I'm just looking. If they are talking about the trails around here, I'm looking for a dead body.
All right, you
If it's like zigzagging all over the place,
do
just look
not
for someone.
find a body anywhere on this floor.
Or blood.
I will say, you do find what seems like blood and hair against a wall at one point, and I don't know, Kiv, are you showing the way the trail goes by any chance?
Yes. Yeah, I'm kind of walking the line as it goes, so you see her kind of sporadically walk in and walks up to the wall.
So you're certain whatever happened may have been some sort of struggle. Somebody, well, since you're talking about the trail, was thrown into this wall, more than likely Francis. And then from the wall, you see the trail lead to the railing, and then you see it go over the railing.
Who's that? So he's downstairs.
Okay, well, why don't y'all search? I can go down and see if I can find his body. But why don't y'all search around up here to see if there's anything else?
I mean, there's blood and hair right there.
And you're pretty certain that, you know, if you weren't looking for it, you might have missed it.
Well, I'm thinking if this was a normal rendezvous point, if there's anything stashed somewhere.
I'll look around and see if there's...
I mean, I can try.
I give up. It goes jumping off the fucking rails.
And then I'm going to go downstairs and look for the body.
Okay, so why don't you give me your investigation downstairs?
She's built to see everything, and she can't find diddly shit.
Hey, I got 2 successes.
Yeah, apparently. That bestial fire could have screwed you up.
And I got 2 successes.
Yeah, I'm a little hungry. Kim's looking like a snack.
Alright, so, with those successes, and of course Kiv's just like looking around, trying to figure out what the hell he's doing up there. You do find what looks like freshly poured concrete column downstairs. And maybe a couple of them, but it looks like one of how to put this? There's like 3 concrete columns that look like it may have been freshly poured today, but you can tell between the 3 which one was the first one poured, which has probably had about, I don't know, 24 hours cure time.
Okay, I'm going to go find, there's probably some spray paint or other things that they've used around here.
Yeah, easy enough to find.
And I'm going to spray paint on the column that I suspect the body was in. There's a body buried underneath this column. It's being spray painted across the column.
Okay. Well, with your 2 upstairs, you actually do find one of the little vials. Apparently it rolled over underneath a stone or something.
Okay.
Actually, it's laying on the ground right next to Kiv's foot.
But
And you
Okay.
find,
Pick it up.
you do find a
Oh.
strand or 2 of red hair.
okay.
Oh, Kiv, you were able to taste
Yes.
blood. Can you do anything with hair?
Oh.
Well, we'll remind you there is blood on the wall. Very little, but there is still some blood there.
Yeah, whether it's his or if it is hers.
It's blood, hair. The blood and hair, is that, what color was that?
Well, the blood and hair on the wall matches, well, the hair color matches Francis. And you're pretty certain that with your lines you were
The red
watching,
hair.
that the brown hair was. Now the red hair that he did find red hair on the ground somewhere, like maybe against, maybe entangled up on the ground with the silver vial.
I could try, but that's even a higher difficulty since I have no idea what she looks like or who she is.
I was just wondering if you could taste it and get the same thing from
No, I
this
have
vial
to
of
taste.
blood. Or
Oh,
if you could
you want
like
me to
touch
taste
the
the
hair. Yeah, do all the weird shit you're doing.
You know what? I will try to do a remission on this.
Go for it.
You know, I'm.
No, it's not your night.
No. I think some people need to go out and get some food and then start working again.
Yeah, let me. Well, hold on to this with the vial.
I mean, is it going to bother you to taste it like the last one you did?
Oh, want to taste the blood?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, see if it's the same flavor.
Well, you're tasting the vial,
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
the blood on the wall, but the vial itself.
Yeah. See if it's the same guy.
That's my thought. And then, of course, there's.
It's not a failure,
Two
failure.
successes.
It's not a failure.
You got 2.
You are able to pick up and determine that, yeah, it's the same source.
Does the red hair feel synthetic or like it's real hair? Between a wig and a real hair.
Feels like hair.
Okay. Let me get rest. Because I'm mentally tapped. I'm hungry. And it's just been a shitty night.
Do you want to go get something to eat? I can get you something if you want something.
So about this time you guys are discussing this, Judd comes back upstairs.
Oh, as before I came up, I'm using one of my burner phones and then destroying it. I'm calling the anonymous tip line to say, actually, no, I'll do this after we leave here. So, okay, I come back up. Well, he's buried in one of the columns.
Did you unbury him?
Well, no, I'm not going to destroy a column, but I did leave a message that there is a body buried under this. You know, didn't feel his ghost. You know, hope this poor son of a bitch made it somewhere.
Are there vampire or kindred that eat ghosts?
Well, yeah.
Oh, there is.
There are.
Yeah. Technically, necromancers can do it.
Oh,
I mean, so how he disappeared?
There's something with my great grandfather's diary about eating ghosts to gain power.
So. Is that why he disappeared or faded out like that? You ate him?
Oh no! I sent him off to find his dog.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I say we go back to. Okay.
If I was kind of hoping we could try and find a little bit more about this, but yeah, if you need rest, that's fine. But if you're just hungry, I mean, I can find someone off the street.
I don't do that.
Can you need to do that? But do you need to do that?
Maybe. Ish.
If you need a wingman,
not really. I'm okay, but
Okay.
I mean, she's just saying she's extremely hungry, and I don't know what's going on with that.
Well, you're a blood sorcerer, right?
Yes.
Requires blood, doesn't it?
Yes.
See,
would you like some blood?
I do not feed.
She feeds in a clean fashion.
Yes.
The free sons.
So I can't inadvertently blood bond her. Gotcha.
No.
Oh, you can. It just means you're going to have to donate some blood.
That was the joke.
Yeah. But before we do go, let me do one last thing. See if we can get some answers. I'll go to the wall.
Gonna lick the wall candy?
Going to stick my finger on it and then lick my finger. I'm not going to
lick the wall.
I'm the wall licker.
Hey, looky there.
Hey!
Looks like somebody's back in action there. So, yeah, you get somebody's, well, to a degree, their last moments. You see him come inside the building. He walks up to this redhead woman and talks to her. This is what the redhead woman looks like.
Ooh.
Darling, why are you here and what is the problem? They've caught me and made me leave the club over on Elysium. I just thought I'd let you know. Elysium. I don't know much about that club or who owns it. Describe the person for me. And he gives a description of Igor and... Nope, I can't say that I know that one either. Well, it seems like you've brought entirely too much attention to yourself. You're supposed to be a little more reserved than that. And he seems to get a little panicked when she makes that comment. Maybe he's seen her use these phrases before or something. So then he goes to try to leave. She grabs him by the scruff of his. Well, it feels like she's grabbing him by the scruff of his shirt because you don't see, but what he sees. Then you feel yourself flying through the air to the other side, and then you get back up and you try to run in the other direction, but somehow she's in front of you, and she slams into you and throws you the other direction, and before long slams you into the wall. You feel a bite on your neck before you're pulled away from the wall.
Okay.
And since the blood you tasted was left there while he was against the wall, that's why you're able to pick up only that. Anything after that is...
Okay. Yeah. Yes. So apparently the two in the club aren't the only vampires we have in town. We have another.
That's troubling, but not unexpected.
I will describe what she looks like.
I wonder if she's at Club Elysium right now.
Could be.
Alright, what happens if we find her? I'm looking around for a 2x4.
I'm actually picking up a piece of wood and doing
That's exactly what I
visibly
was
this
thinking.
little motion.
That's just like, I'm looking for a 2x4. Snap,
Just
snap.
waiting for Judd to go send her ass to Jacksonville.
It's like, well, shit, okay, guess we're doing it.
Well, if you're sending her to Jacksonville, wouldn't you just cause issues there?
Out of character.
Yeah, but it's not our problem then.
Yeah.
It's Jacksonville's problem.
Miss Jackson.
Now, I want to remind you that previously when you tasted the gangrel, and of course just now, you're distinctly picking up, like, a male gangrel.
Okay.
And this one's
So,
definitely more female, probably with the way she carried herself in your little vision. Maybe a Tremere blood type, maybe.
okay. Should we do a quick search of this area before we head back to the club?
You kind of already did that, but sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I meant the entire building.
Oh,
Well,
I'm just thinking if this is where she's... Does this look like an active office or just...
no, there's no walls. This is just
I think this would probably just be a meet me here.
if you ever watched any like the New York cop shows where they got the open construction buildings where all the walls are still kind of somewhat open spaces with just railing to keep you from falling out.
Yeah.
That's what you're getting right now.
Okay. But now that I've seen her face, it's not going to work tonight, but I can grab another... Oh, shit. All my sentence back at the car. I need...
Well, let's
Go ahead.
let's go back to the car and head back to the club.
Okay.
From my guess, there's probably some food there. We can,
Yes.
rest up, take some time, and if she's there, I'll watch out for her. This description of this red.
And I'll park the car where I found it.
Somebody
After
shows,
dropping them off, I'm going to park the car where I found it.
somebody shows up in the morning to drive their vehicle. Like, how the hell did I get another 100 miles on my car overnight while I wasn't even here?
Yeah, I was gonna say, probably put, $50 worth of fuel in it. But we borrowed it for a while. Have some fuel.
You just see
The
the police.
least I can do.
You just see the police
We
report
did
on that one.
destroy it.
I can just see the call for that one. Sir, you said your car was stolen? Yeah, it's sitting right here, but it was stolen last night. But it's sitting right there. Yeah, and now it's got a full tank of gas. Why are you calling us? You know how much gas is right now? Consider that fortunate.
We just borrowed the car. It's yours. It's fine. Nothing's wrong. It's not linked to anything right now.
No. Now.
Yeah. We'll just keep that one as, we'll borrow it from time to time.
Next time you go, and it's got like a dash cam in it pointed towards the driver's seat.
It
All
just
right,
drives
so
off. No
you
one's
guys-
in the seat.
Drives off.
you guys make your way back to the club, and you go
Yeah.
park the car back. All right. Club is definitely hopping. The music's going. The line's there's still a good, decent line going around the building. People trying to get in. Jake's running the door. You don't see what's her face at the moment. She must be inside somewhere. Front door, back door.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, you tell me.
I'll go to the back if that's what y'all want to do.
I was wondering
Can
if
you-
cameras or get some food in us first.
Yeah, y'all go get some food, but can you draw what this woman looks like?
I can certainly try.
Okay. And yeah, check the video feed. See if she's been here tonight. I'm going to go out and mingle with the crowd.
Give me a craft dexterity.
Oh, fuck.
Hey!
You did a thing. You did holy shit.
I mean, okay. So yeah,
It's
you
not a
got.
stick figure.
It's not a stick figure. I mean, it's not a Picasso, but it's not a stick figure. So you got basic facial shapes and, the hair's red and eye color, dark hazel, and of course the skin complexion. I mean, he kind of puts all that in there, but you sure it's not going to work in a lineup? But it might be just enough for you to kind of get an idea.
So, possibly...
The fact that you actually got 2 successes with no skill.
I mean, so we're kind of looking at maybe Irish to a degree?
Just because they're redheads?
Oh, it looks a little pale in my picture.
Well, to be fair, most redheads actually from Scottish descent.
Oh, my bad. So possibly Scottish?
Delicate nature. But, red hair is something that's all over the world.
It is now.
Eh.
Us soulless bastards decided to procreate elsewhere.
We're not soulless.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that.
So possibly...
I have souls of all the people that piss me off. That's what these
That
freckles
doesn't
are.
count. Our jars on the damn bookshelves don't count. You don't have one that's connected to yourself. Anyway, enough of that. What were you saying?
So looking for somebody Irish, Scottish, maybe descent. Sound, voice, how?
It was kind of English a bit. Or
Definitely not Texan. I mean, it wasn't a Texas voice.
that's not how we sound.
As you say, just the same way.
I'd probably stick out the most if that's the case. If you said that they talk to me, not just my appearance, but my, the way I sound, which is not like this, because I'm not attempting a Boston accent to butcher every night.
Forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it. It's fine. That's fucking going Cajun. Whatever.
I mean, yeah, I kind of slipped a little there.
it was like north-south.
Okay, so you head on inside, and you're going to check the floor.
Get some food.
I heard something about food first, so...
Yeah.
I'm
Bring
going to
some
my
for myself.
office. If Gloria's up there, I'll send her to the floor. Grab me 2 Capri Suns.
You get up there, she doesn't seem to be there. It's, you look out the window, and she is already down on the floor.
Okay.
Doing rounders, checking with the bartenders, checking with the cook, that kind of thing.
I'll grab 3 Capri Suns. Or how many do you need, Kurt?
Oh,
Who's Kurt?
I'm at 2 hunger. I just need 1.
Okay, I'll give him a Capri Sun. I'll take one too.
So,
Uh,
just a reminder to the two who came from Savannah. She runs this place a hell of a lot differently than Carla did.
Yeah. And it's weird because this is a goth bar, not just a party bar.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's like Capri Sun. Gone.
and I will lay down on the couch.
Do I need Gloria to get you a, warm towel? Do you need a fan?
I am trying to read up on how to regain willpower without having to do a full night's rest.
I don't know if there is.
We've never actually dealt with this. It's based on you completing your desire for that night.
Yeah, so that's up to the storyteller at that point.
Yeah, I don't think any of us have ever declared our desires.
But you have ran out of willpower.
Well, desires are something that change on a regular basis.
Okay.
It's not like you're touched.
So in the immortal words of Lucifer, what do you desire?
My 6 points of willpower back.
Oh, nice. 6 of them, huh? But I think you can only get 1.
Yeah.
So we'll say as you lay there and rest for a little bit, I will let you gain 1 back. But you were out of the scene for a little bit.
That's
I
fine.
hit the floor.
Right.
What does it do?
I asked Angela if she's seen Description.
Yeah,
Right,
I saw lady looking like that. Why, you into redheads?
No. Possible connection with our friend the other night.
Oh.
Just looking into things.
Yeah, she was in here a while ago, walking around. She didn't order anything. She met up with one young man and left.
How long ago?
Probably about, wasn't keeping a timepiece on me, but it ain't been too long.
All right.
Appreciate it. If she might be in the parking lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check. Go take a look around.
If I see, since I'm on the floor also, if I see him going outside, I'm following.
Okay.
Yeah, you saw me walk over to her. Like, I scanned the crowd, went to her as I was scanning the crowd. And I look across the crowd, don't really probably see Jude at all, just out the door to the parking lot.
Okay, so give me, we'll say wits awareness.
Okay. My best stats. 2.
Judd, want to give me one too?
Okay. And I still have some willpower left, so I will do it again.
I wasn't going to use 1 willpower on 1 dice.
Yeah, I had 3, so
2.
That's 1 more, so it's just 2 for me as well.
Takes you a little bit, but you do find what looks like a, well, no, we're not going to go that route. Yeah, you round a corner, and standing by a very fancy muscle car is this red-haired woman looking at you directly. Not directly, because she has her face buried in this young man's neck. Drops his body to the ground, smiles at you, hops in the car, cranks it up.
Cool. All right. I would have been, jogging over to her, just like, hey, you dropped something inside. And if she hops into the car, then I'm just going to normally sprint over towards her.
Well, she cranks up and starts pulling away.
Cool.
With the dead body laying in the parking lot.
Cool. Muscle car. Panel gaps. I have an air tag. I'm going to slip that into the thing and, kind of ask her, hey, I'd like to talk to you.
Okay.
And as I plant my hand on the back, I may dent it as I am being a little, gonna get her attention, and then I'm going to tell her it's best if you don't leave and we just talk right now, as I am using Daunt and I'm trying to intimidate her into just talking and not running away.
Okay, well, she's already in the process of driving off, so what is the save for that?
It's not a save. It's a. I'm telling her this. I think it'd be a intimidation, manipulation, plus my daunt, as I'm trying to tell her to stop so we can talk.
And it'd be probably her insight and composure roll. Combat.
I'm gonna use 3 dice. Hey, 3.
All right.
But this is me trying to talk to her. I'm not trying to threaten her, per se, maybe, sort of. We should talk about this right now. And Jude, you probably see a dead body.
Yeah, I know.
There are cameras,
Okay.
but you notice one of them has been turned in an awkward angle.
Okay. I'm just basically seeing if I can get close to the body without cameras around.
Well, you're certain that the camera was turned to the point that the body is not being seen.
Okay,
so-
then I am biting into my finger and making a cross on his forehead to get rid of the body. Well, first check, is he still alive? No. So I then dispose of the body.
Yes, he is not alive.
Can you dispose of a living body? They just mount
No.
screaming in pain.
No.
So
Again, I'll wrap up all the clothing.
her composure wasn't enough, because even with her willpower, I rolled 3 3s. So you hear the car going back in gear. And
I walk up to the passenger window and knock on it. Why don't you come inside and let's have a chat?
Intriguing. I don't
Murray.
know why I decided to stop. I should have already been on the road by now. You're not quite what you appear to be, are you?
I'm just some dude. You're just, leaving a bar and dropping something off. You drop something inside, though. Why don't you come back inside and let's chat?
I'm pretty certain I've worn my welcome out.
What was that?
I said I'm pretty certain I've worn my welcome out.
We would like to talk to you.
Yes, I'm understanding that.
You will have the ability to walk out on your own, but we have questions.
Do I have any guarantees to that?
Well, you have my word.
I don't know you, so how do I know what kind of word you have?
Guess you'll just have to believe me, won't you?
Very well. She turns the car off after she rolls the window back up. Steps out of the vehicle. Lead the way.
Is Jude invisible? Visible.
Invisible.
I hold my hand out to her as if to walk her inside like we are on a, outing together. I turn off Dawn, of course.
Did you dent my car? There's a dent in the trunk of my car. I know it wasn't there when I got here.
Must have been when that person fell over.
Yes, this will be interesting.
I'm just going to pat him on the shoulder, just let him know that I am around, but I'm waiting for him to go in.
But yes, I will go back inside and up into the office where Kiva is with her.
And what I'm going to do is I'm unlocking her trunk and putting all the clothes and stuff into her trunk.
All right. I'll
Kind
let
of
you.
hiding it.
No problem. We'll just waive the roll for that.
And then I'll go in up to the office.
Pull the rag off my head.
As you walk through the main floor, Angela does approach and tell you that I see you found your quarry.
Yes, she
Can
is
cuss
a
a little
nice
bit.
guest.
Well, like I said, I didn't realize you was into redheads. And she saunters off.
She just gets a nod as she saunters off. Up into the... is Gloria down on the floor, or is she up in the office?
Gloria seems to be on the floor talking with one of the bartenders.
Perfect. All right. Up into the office.
Told you I needed to rest a bit.
Oh, we have a special guest. Please, please, do come up. Sit
Yes, darling, you do look a bit peakish.
Hey! I recognize you.
I don't know why. We've never met before. I would know.
Well, yes.
So I'm
wondering,
here.
I don't think you are, but we do have something.
I was going to say I am here.
Sign of good faith.
No, I'm fine. I had a meal earlier. Quite certain of that.
Is Jude up here with us yet? Or?
The door will open and Jude, no longer invisible, will walk in.
Ah, so there's more. Well, it's a party now, isn't it?
Sorry, I just had to clean up the mess you left.
We are concerned with the product going around on the street.
I'm sorry. I'm sure I have no idea what you're referring to.
I'll pull out I'll pull out the vial from my desk and hold it up. I tracked this vial back to your little construction site with your drug dealer Francis that you kind of threw up against the wall and it's now buried in a pillar.
Once again, I have no idea what you're talking about. It's a good story, though. A very good story.
Yeah.
It sounds like it could be, I don't know, one of those cop movie shows. You know, you just be a writer for those.
We are fine with, having our kin in the city. We just can't. We don't like drawing attention. And that vial and what's in it seems to be drawing attention.
Yes.
Leaving, the mortals catatonic, unconscious, makes a big scene. And everything that has been learned, it is not tracing back inside to you, but some other kin of ours.
Well, once again, I have no idea what you're referring to. You may have to be more specific, or at least show me some of the evidence in which you have obtained, whatever that word is.
I'll pull it out, put it on the little piece of paper, some of the drug, and I will go ahead and pat my finger and put a little drop on it. Activating Scorpion's touch.
Something's happening.
I'll walk it over to her. Now, are you sure you don't recognize this product?
No, but it's beyond my station to partake in anything like that. It's barbaric.
Right. That's why your smuggler or dealer was in this club, and you were upset that he was kicked out.
Once
So you
again,
killed
I
him.
have no idea what you're referring to.
And as she opens her mouth, I'm just gonna shove it in there.
Why
I'm
don't you
right next
give
to
me
her. I'm not letting
a
her go
athletics dex check for that, or whatever.
So dex check.
But yeah, as she is continuing to be less and less willing to be helpful, I do turn
I
back
don't know
on.
if she's not being helpful. She's just not admitting to anything.
Yeah.
We've got somebody doing blood sorcery already, so.
You
See,
have
this-
one willpower back.
You have the one.
If she... Okay. I wouldn't be able to beat that.
So
anyway.
yes, you reach to go cram this in her mouth, and she slaps your hand just right, and it falls to the ground.
Okay, at that point, I am going to grab her in a headlock.
Oh, okay, we're going this my way. Okay. I got the piece
Or
of
do
wood
you want
out
to
of
do
my
it
pocket.
first? Or do you want to do it first?
I mean, you're doing this. He's
Okay.
not making a move. He's just right there next to her, not
Okay.
gonna, give her a chance to leave. He's not holding on to her by any means, but right there next to
I
her.
mean, this is
Is that
most
not
uncivilized. So you're
Let's
going
see.
to give me a brawl.
So that's 5 against her athletics. Is it athletics? Yeah. Or brawl.
Athletics,
Or-
dex.
Yeah, it's athletics dex, I thought. So.
Yeah, it's your attack versus her defense.
So I have her.
Hold
And
on.
I'm squeezing, which means I will do 3 points of damage, superficial damage to her, and I am preventing her from crying.
And
I,
I am taking the broken 2x4 I have in my pocket.
So
and
yeah, your
hopefully not putting it into your chest.
your 5 got met with my 4. I rolled those 2, a 7, and a 10.
Okay, so only 1 point of superficial damage, but it still means I can hold her from, or prevent her from, saying anything. And in her ear, I'm going to whisper, "We were being civilized. You're just being a bitch."
She is being held. I'm making a called shot, which is a -2. Do I get any bonus to her being held?
I'll give you a dice on it.
Okay. Alright, so 12 minus 1. I think. Yes. Alright, let me go ahead and push that.
And the defense on that is?
Oh, fucking hell, that's awful. I don't stake her, but I do stab her if she fails.
And
Her,
Dex
'cause
Athletics?
that's 4. I have to beat her by 5. So yeah, it's whatever. But she is being held, so whatever that hold would affect.
Oh, shit. She's probably going to lose her willpower on this one. Oh, okay. That's a 4.
Alright, so she
Because
squirmed enough that I didn't quite stab her, per se. If I did, it didn't do anything.
okay. So now she's going to try to get free of Judd.
Okay. So, I am still trying to hold on with my brawl and strength.
I will try.
And I am going to spend some willpower to make sure she is held.
I mean, do you feel like you have her with that roll?
Just to make sure I am going to do this.
You
Okay.
got her.
And I got one more.
Yep.
So,
Well, she got one more
5.
too, which would have tied you guys up, and the tie would have gone to her. But you were able to hold her steady.
I will go to the back of the office, pull down a book, open up the secret doorway, and to bring her back here. And
Well,
let you see.
I'm gonna try and stake her again.
Okay.
Which is, that. Let's push that. Okay. 7.
Sure it is.
I mean, it's 7. It's at least damage to her. I don't stake her
Brings her down
because
4.
yeah, and it has to be 5 or more for the stake to go through. But damage is damage to her.
That's how much damage that gonna be?
It's going to be
4 plus. I think a stake is +2, so that's 5 superficial.
I don't know if the stake does damage.
I think the stake is listed as a +2 weapon.
If that's the case, because to stake a vampire, it's -2 because of the called shot. But if it inflicts 5 or more damage, then she would be staked. So even if that's a 4, if the stake does more damage, she would be staked. If the stake adds on top of that.
Oh no! It's, if it doesn't, you use the damage.
Okay,
You have to get it. I think you
5
have
or
to
more.
get it. Yeah.
On top of that. So yeah, she's taking damage. She's getting stabbed. She's having a great time.
And is her mouth open during any of this?
So horrible.
Oh no, a stake is just +0. So
yeah, that's what I thought. So it's just 4 damage.
Yeah.
If anything, I'll try to drop some blood into her system if she's not quite staked.
I mean, you're gonna put your hand in her mouth?
It's best if you just give up. We played nice. You refused to play nice.
Oh, actually, he's got wounds in her, right? With the holes with the stakes?
Yeah,
well, with this last one, there definitely is, yes.
I'll stick my finger in her hole.
Come on, man. Come on.
Well, roll your, brawl strength.
Because you would have done 3 points of damage, and I actually would have done damage when she tried to escape, so...
Yeah, she may be pretty close to being...
unconscious, at least. Torpor.
Okay. Brawl strength?
Shocked out.
Yep.
Actually, just... I'll put that on my blade that I have, and then stab her with it, so it's melee and strength.
Not melee and dex?
Oh, yeah, it would be dex, wouldn't it?
Like, I would think a dagger would be dexterity based. It's been 2 days. Hey, you've got willpower, right? You've got 1 left.
Forget about it.
You got 1 left, right? Right?
No, I do, but no, I'm not going to use it.
It's just mental stats. It's fine.
I'm going to go lock the door and open up the freaking back room.
Go to stab, think.
Gonna drop it. I'm like, son of a bitch. Pick it up.
Okay. So...
You know, you can actually spit the poison at her face. The poison doesn't have to be delivered into a wound or a mouth.
Oh, is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, the poison touch.
You've got fucking what the hell is this?
Yeah, the Scorpius touch. You can either coat a blade or fill your mouth with enough to be spat at the foe.
But the way I've been rolling, I would spit it on you, probably.
Probably. Or you can French kiss the victim.
Okay, what are you doing, Judd? Before she does something.
I am going to try to choke her out this round.
Okay.
So hold on a second. I have 1 willpower left if I need it. So that's 4. And I'm not going to spend willpower on that.
I'm just about to go full tilt and just, beat her within unconsciousness and then stake her when she's unconscious.
You're assuming you're not already there, or close to being there.
He is.
So
it's like, I don't know how this is going. He
I
can't
would have
stake her.
done
It's like,
2 superficial right there if that's her final answer.
That's your final answer.
Then she has 2 more superficial.
Okay, so she's not doing too good, but she pulls something from next to her right slit in her dress, And let's see.
If she tries to drink something, could I attempt to crush it within her hand?
Her hand doesn't come up any higher than where it's at.
Gotcha.
So, I will use that last fucking willpower. Which did me absolutely no good. So give me an athletics dexterity check, Judd. As you're holding her, she tries to stab you in the leg with some blades she pulled out from a hiding spot underneath her dress. Maybe it's a garter or something. Yeah, you're fine. Okay. You move out of the way. And with that, granted there's one more round you guys can do things, but we'll just
go night-night.
We'll just say I'm certain with what you guys plan to do that you'll be able to take out the last 3 superficial wounds she has left. Are you wanting night-night or are you wanting dirt nap?
Well, unconscious.
Well, it doesn't really matter. She's a vampire. It doesn't go dead until you remove her head, so.
Yeah, so time to go night-night.
She is in torpor.
I'm just brass knuckles into the face, popping more willpower. So that's 2 plus 4, 6, plus 1 for the brass knuckles into the face.
Yeah, well,
she's down.
Yeah, she's down, but I'll roll the dex just to see how badly she's down. Yeah.
So 3, right there.
Because the moment she goes into full superficial on her wounds, she loses abilities.
It's aggravated.
Well, not just that. Your skills drop.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so she's in torpor.
Yep, alright, perfect. Now we stake her.
Let's lock her up in the back room here. We'll need to get some rags or something.
Out later.
Well, no, I'm calling up Christoph, and since he was talking about coming down here, if we see when he gets down here so he can have a say on what we do with her. Also, did we notice if the other 2 vampires were still here?
You didn't look.
Look at the...
You were more concerned with trying to find her. So you looking out the window?
Yeah. Well,
Jesus, Igor, what are you doing?
Perfect. Staked. She's staked.
Oh.
She's staked.
Okay.
She's
already unconscious, dude. You beat the fuck out of a dead body?
Putting the bitch in a torpor, plain and simple.
I think you need to take a specialty in staking.
My specialty is grappling and brawl.
Yeah, but you've been the one who's doing all the staking, so.
Yeah. So she is staked, but, you know.
Alright, so you were saying...
Lower.
Kim?
Yeah.
You were saying?
I'll look out to see if I see the other 2 vampires.
Give me a roll.
I'm gonna roll her body for whatever she has as well.
You find a garter with looks like a dagger sheath on the inside thigh. She's wearing a rather slim red dress with a high slit up the leg. And she gets a strange necklace on, almost looks like Ankh, but not quite an Ankh. And that's it.
Alright, perfect.
You don't see any IAD, no, she's not carrying a clutch, not wearing anything underneath, she's on full commando.
Wasn't going that far, but sure. Alright, taking the keys, I'm gonna go find Angela and,
well, yeah, she did have her keys on her because she took them out of the car.
Keith, are you still here in the room?
But at the moment I am, because I'm looking out to see if I see the 2 other vampires.
You gave me wits awareness. Yes, they're still sitting at the table, chatting it up, and having a good time with the 2 guests they have with them.
Oh, okay. What were we going to say, Jude?
Can you do something? I mean, I've heard that blood sorcerers can figure out the lineage of something.
Yes, if I taste their blood. Which I assume her blood is on the floor and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'd like to know, like, what clan she's from, type thing.
Alright. I will Actually, I will go to the table, grab a silver cup, go to her, and whatever blood she has remaining, kind of drain it into the cup.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to toss a towel to Jude. Clean up the blood off the wood floor, please.
Oh, yeah, no problem. And I'll
let's see, how does this spell work now?
You're going to do a ritual, your ritual.
Okay, blood sorcery plus...
Intelligence plus blood sorcery. This is only a first level ritual, so your difficulty is a 2.
Intelligence plus sorcery, which is 3. Difficulty 2. Alright. And is there anything I need other than
well, this will give you let's see. A win allows the user to learn the generation as well as the subject, the name of the subject, as well as the subject's sire. Critical win informs you of the user if the user has any blood bond factor as a regent or thrall. It used to tell you their clan, but
well, I could do that with just taste of blood.
Oh, just taste of blood would do it. Okay.
Well, taste of blood does the blood potency, so how old it is, and then it'll do.
This would give. Yeah, the ritual gives the name and the name of the sire. I think all you really need to do is the resolve blood sorcery of 3 to find out, what they are.
Okay. I'll do that. I'll do that first, and then I'll do the deep dive. And then I'll use my fucking hospital bar. So,
hey, get one more.
So 3 and 3, or 3 and 4.
Wait, your resolve blood sorcery?
Yeah. The resolve is the resolve blood sorcery for taste of blood, and the blood sorcery and intelligence is for the.
Oh yeah. So we would know her name, the name of her sire, her clan, and her blood potency, which would give her as her generation.
Okay.
Because potency 1 is like 13, 12.
Yeah.
You have her. Where is it? Oh, okay.
Plus, if she has any ghouls or anything, I think.
No, taste of blood only determines. What it would determine is if she has blood bond.
Okay.
Okay. So you get the name of her sire. You said.
Yes.
All right, Lucas MacIlberis. Her generation is 16th.
Is what?
16th.
Okay.
She is considered a thin blood, but of Tremere descent.
The sire's the 16, or she's the 16?
She's the 16.
And it's Lucas Smith what?
Let me see if I can actually share it with you. I'll put it in chat.
Also her name, right?
Her name is Marie Hess.
Yep. And what other information? Is that it?
Does she have blood bonds? Or either the regent or the thrall?
At this point in time, no.
Okay.
You don't seem to know of any blood bonds, because I wasn't thinking of any blood bonds, so no. She has no ghouls or no blood bonds whatsoever.
Okay. Well, I say we lock her up in the back room.
Yeah,
Call
I mean,
up
we can
Crystal?
after we chain her and make sure she is much more compliant. We can talk to her.
Yeah. I will call Christoph and Eagle, or who's chaining her up?
I staked
Oh,
her, and then I took
I
everything she had, and I was heading outside for a second.
Okay, on your way back, can you bring the two other vampires down there up here for us? I think
yes.
we all need to have chat.
I will find them. I'm going to go to her car, roll it over, see if I find anything incriminating, anything like that.
Well, clothes the person she just murdered, but
If you check the trunk, I won't check the trunk.
no, I didn't check it. I just threw something in there.
Oh, okay, then yeah, I'll check the trunk.
Alright, so give me an investigation.
But it's gonna be, like standard, check the insurance registration.
You
but
find...
it's also,
You do find an insurance card, registration, all that, to Francis Harmon.
Okay. So this was his car.
Well, it's in his name anyway. The car seems to be in very clean, immaculate condition, other than, of course, what you guys have done with it. There's a pistol in the glove box. And a pistol underneath the driver's seat.
All right. I don't find any more drugs with that garbage roll. This is just a simple check the standard places.
Yeah, you don't find any hidden compartments or any of those vials.
Perfect. All right. Lock. Close it up. Keep it. The camera that was moved.
Uh-huh.
Is it in an easy enough place to move back, or is it high up?
It's high up, but not too high up that you can't get up on something and reach up and grab it.
All right. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll just put it back up and twist it to the parking lot where it should be.
All right.
And then I'll head back inside. Find. I will go over to our two Tremere.
Hey,
Toryar,
boss. What's
Toryar
up?
friends.
Yep.
And I will have Daunt going and act a little annoyed, as I absolutely am. And I will
We've
politely yet firmly place my hands on the table and ask them, I would appreciate it if you two would join us tonight upstairs. As guests of our facility.
We've followed the... We've not done anything wrong, have we? We followed the rules,
come with
right?
me.
Okay, ladies, we'll be back in maybe in a few minutes. As they hesitantly get up and follow you upstairs.
You two have a good time. I'll have some drinks sent your way.
And some pizza poppers.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. As we're going upstairs, wave down Gloria or one of the gals and
Yes, boss.
have them. Yes, on me. Could you send some drinks and appetizers over to them? And I'll turn back to Amelia and Quinn. What drinks are they having tonight? And what would they like to eat?
So let's see. I'm trying to think of a good. Both of them were drinking Sex on a Beach, and they hadn't eaten anything tonight yet. So usually they like, chicken tenders.
On me.
The pizza poppers are good too. So
yeah, on me. It's fine.
I mean,
not on the house. This is on my tent.
I was gonna say, if that's the case, then steak and potatoes might be cool.
Perfect.
You sure?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Whatever they want. Get them food and then take the two of them upstairs.
All right. So yeah, they come up behind you and they're steadily like, "Did you fuck up? Did you do something wrong?" "I didn't do anything. Did you?" No, we followed the rules, right?
Kiv, Jude, I've brought our guests.
Oh, hi. How are y'all doing tonight?
Please have a seat, and I'll come walking out, wiping the blood off my dagger. Please have a seat.
And I'm just looking at them. Y'all are fine.
We didn't
Y'all are
mess
good.
up. I mean, we followed the rules. We did what you asked. We didn't hunt here. We just liked the place. We thought we'd hang out.
Yes,
No.
perfect.
And we want you to. You are fine.
Yes, I apologize if we seem a little
Annoyed, on edge, pissed off.
You remember that incident last night with the woman who took that drug?
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
Yeah, we found the person who is stealing it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, not stealing it, providing it.
Yes.
That's right. Did you ask us if we knew anything about that kind of weird drug?
Yes.
Does
Okay.
a Marie ring any bells?
Marie Hess.
No.
Okay.
I don't know Marie Hess. What?
How about a Lucas McElbrith?
Lucas? No.
Okay, well,
I don't know.
as I said, you two are fine. Okay. We want to talk a little bit with you. But mainly to keep your eye out for things. But you are fine. You are not in trouble, etc.
I was actually looking at potentially hiring you, giving you kind of a job, I guess. Would that be of interest to you?
That's odd. I've never been offered a job like this. What are we asking?
Well,
I don't want to make any mistakes.
Well, here, let me ask y'all. Do either of you like to DJ? Do either of you like to cook?
Well,
I mean, she loves music. I mean, and I'm okay on a. I like playing, the guitar and stuff. I was in a rock band before, all this.
Live music sounds good.
Well, I was thinking more of some extra eyes and ears on the streets for us.
Oh, gotcha.
Well, that too, but, if they like the club, why not help them out?
Right. But yeah, where do you
Wait a minute. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but the girl says, have you ever heard of a DJ named Strix?
Yes.
Oh, she plays some hauntingly great music. I wanted to be like her, when I grew up, but, I'm not going to be growing up much more.
Well, here's a little thing. She's like you.
You mean she's... What do you call them? Kindred?
She is a Toreador.
Yes.
Oh.
That's what you are, right?
I mean, we've heard the word before, and...
Okay. It's your lineage. It's your bloodline.
Oh, how much do both of you know?
I mean...
It might be worth teaching you.
We knew a little bit. We were given the whole rundown of the rules and stuff for the masquerade, but it just got a little more too strict and, weird, so we left.
Tomorrow night, I'll give you Kindred 102. I only had to do that a month ago. It really stuck with one person. Didn't really stick with another.
How do you two feel about Jacksonville?
Well, since y'all seem to be newish, I was thinking about, trying to bring y'all into our quartier.
Think of it as a family, a place of protection.
Yes.
And
do you have all the same weird rules that the Camarilla?
No, we have no affiliation with the Camarilla or the Animals. We believe in free will.
Or the other one.
There's another one?
The one we don't speak of.
Those who shall not be named, from what I gathered, They go around and just openly, flaunt their ability and everything, and then bring hellfire down upon wherever they are.
Oh, well, we don't do that. I mean,
Yes.
Anyway, no, we're not like the dicks that run the camera.
that's
Right,
definitely a
we're
good
just
description
a
of them.
family. Yeah, we're just a family.
Yes.
And you want
And-
us to be a part of it.
Well, you seem to come here, and
I mean,
you seem to
it's
be
a cool club. It's a place we can come here and just
Yeah.
dress like ourselves.
exactly.
They have great
And
music, and
You said you weren't familiar with any other vampires, and so we figured we'd talk to you and see if you're interested in joining our fold. Potentially.
And let me just add this: it's kind of on your terms. If you decide, hey, these guys are fucking assholes, you can just walk away.
Yes.
We won't hunt you. We won't do anything else.
Unless you fuck up.
Well,
okay.
okay, fuck up only means you've
Breaking
broken
the
the masquerade.
masquerade.
Yeah.
And then, we're not like Camarilla. We might bring you in and say, okay, what happened? Let's talk this
about
through.
Okay. Before we go any further, just since we're throwing things out on the table here, the two ladies that are downstairs at the table, they came here with us. We didn't pick them up here.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
that's fine.
And
Well,
like we said,
you
the
said
first
you
time
didn't want us
met.
hunting here, and we understood that. But I just want to make
Yeah.
sure you understood that they came with us.
You can
Yeah.
take your dinner home. If you pick it up here, that's fine.
Yeah.
But we don't want you feeding here, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
And we don't want people disappearing.
From here.
We already had that issue in the parking lot.
Yeah. So if we have, cameras showing that they had left, then the club has no what's the word I'm looking for? Backlash.
No liability.
Yes.
So, yeah. And as I said, if something were to happen, we'd probably bring you in, talk it over, try to figure out what's going on. It's not immediate beheading here or immediate let's go stake somebody out in the sun. And having gone through that once, I would never do that. So.
Yes. However, we do have another gentleman that will be joining us in a little bit, and he's actually the proprietor of this club.
Yes, and I've been listening attentively. I do agree with your assessment here.
Welcome home, boss.
And standing in the doorway is Christoph. Yeah, you seemed busy. I didn't want to interrupt, so I figured I'd stand here quietly and watch.
Yes. But yeah,
This is Amelia. This is Quinn.
Amelia and Quinn. I guess you were the two I was informed of that decided to enjoy the atmosphere of my club here. Well, welcome. As long as you follow, the proper rules, you're always welcome. And it seems that you're being invited into the fold, so I will make arrangements.
Well, that's if they care to.
Yeah.
Just looking for some possible extra ears out on the street if they.
Well, speaking of on the street, where are you staying at, by the way? And they both kind of look at each other a little sheepishly. Well, we try to rent a room at, they name some motel that's like right on the outskirts of town. Well, that's not any good. We can't have those of the family staying in a rundown motel. Kiv, be so kind as to make
Yes.
arrangements at the usual location for our newly acquired family members.
Will do. I assume you two are together. Do you need one bedroom, two bedroom, or two separate apartments?
We prefer one because,
Okay. And
they do seem to be an item.
Okay. I'll call back room we have a.
I could smell her.
Okay.
Good.
Make the call to the apartment complex, get it set up, write down the room number and all that, and like I said, if you feel comfortable enough to join us, I know you said you were new to town, you didn't know of any others. I figured it'd be best to bring y'all in with us, that we don't have random vampires that we aren't aware of, like the one we have in the back, out causing mischief.
So report to you. Okay. So report to you if we. Yeah, I was doing a Kristoff thing here. So what you're saying is if we run into any other kindred to let you know.
Yes.
Oh,
Or if you see anything that has to do with this, I'll pull out the drug. So if you see anyone basically try and push this, hopefully we'll get the answers from this woman here, but she's been not very forthcoming. So
less than reasonable.
yes. So
Okay, as I told you all the last time, don't really care if there are people in town as long as they're following the masquerade. Now, don't really want the Camarilla or Anarchs coming into town, trying to take over, but, people like you just want to live their lives. Okay?
Yes.
No problem with them.
Mm-hmm.
That drug contains the blood of kindred, and it's hard to tell whether they're trying to bond people with it or what they're doing with it.
Yes.
And from what I've heard, it's giving supernatural abilities, and that is also going to bring the ire of the SI.
The Inquisition.
Yes.
I'll have to ask more about that later.
Well,
Okay.
I'll go through a Kindred 102 with y'all tomorrow night.
Yeah, and we'll leave that off. Whatever. There's no need to role play all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you run into any additional kindred, if they ask about, not to bring up the Camarilla, but of a prince or baron of the city, send them our way so we can assess. Because what we're trying to do is avoid a foothold from the Camarilla or the Anarchs getting a foothold on the city and ruin it like they've ruined other cities.
Okay. I mean, it sounds like a fair deal as long as we're all cool. And looks at the knife in your hand, it's still there.
Yeah, hand him the note with the name to talk to and the room number. Talk to her down at these apartments, and we'll get your room or apartment set up.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Better than I expected to, and he came to the table. We were kind of like.
Yeah,
Igor?
you can be a bit brash.
You're a scary fella, Igor. I'm just gonna put that out there.
But he's a soft
I
inside.
apologize for that.
No, it's cool. You're on our side, so yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you run into any trouble, please let us know.
We will. Thank you. Can we go
You're
back down to our dates, I guess?
Yes.
Yep. Do take care.
Do take care.
All right. The next time you see them out the window, they are literally on the dance floor with their dates, dancing to the music.
Perfect. So yes, this Marie Hess we ran into. Kristoff.
Yes. I've never heard of a Marie Hess, but do tell.
Well, she's a thin blood.
Probably why I've not heard of her.
But her sire is Lucas I can't even read the
McIllibery.
McElbree?
Yeah, how are you going to pronounce it? Well, I mean, the name of the sire doesn't sound familiar to me either. And you say she's in the back. I'm assuming she is properly restrained.
Yes. She was very-
Brutalized and thin staked. It was a bit of a tough time.
Well, I guess it explains why I can smell her blood all over the place.
Wiry
She's
little
a thin blood.
And she is the culprit behind the
Well,
drugs you told me about.
I was able to trace the drug dealer. Went to where he met her. Saw a vision of her killing him, and tossing him out, and then burying him in a column.
concrete pylon.
Concrete pylon. Then
Very mob-like, if I remember correctly.
they tracked. Well, we came here to try to see if she arrived because she hadn't heard about the club and she was going to come check it out according to the vision I had. As we get here, Igor sees that she's still out in the parking lot. She ends up eating somebody, having lunch, leaving the body there. I'm assuming Igor took care of it. Or not Igor, but Drew took care of the body.
Yeah.
Convinced her to come back inside so we could have a little chat.
When you took care of the body, you didn't do it in front of cameras by chance, did you?
No. Made sure there were no cameras on.
I had to readjust the one watching over the parking lot. It had been tampered with.
Ah, so she tampered with it prior to what she did.
Yes.
The vehicle she was in, though, is in Francis's name.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yes.
Francis was the
Drug dealer.
the dealer, okay.
Yes. He was the mortal peddling it. She was the one giving it to him.
That sounds to me like you had a very interesting evening. Of course, in her current condition, I'm sure we can't garner any information tonight, so...
I'm just worried, though, that from what I've heard about Kiev's visions, with her being a thin blood and a Tremere thin blood, but we have an older gangrel whose blood
That means
drugs.
I mean, she's passing off someone else's blood
Yes.
as this drug. So yes, that might be some of the questions you went to put together to ask her once she is able to regain her consciousness.
I am worried that this gangrel may be older than we can think possible from what we've experienced, and that they have been much like her in a way, and they are just being used as a possible source. That they may not be on the streets anymore, but they are being tapped for their blood for this drug.
Like I said, it'll be questions to put together to ask her when we awaken her tomorrow. But as for tonight, those are questions that can be related for a later date. Nothing you can do more about it tonight now, is there?
Don't think so.
Well, then enjoy the rest of your evening. Go get you a meal or party downstairs with the guests.
I got a major headache and some blood loss, so I'm gonna go lay down.
Oh, go lay down. But it doesn't matter. I mean, enjoy the rest of your evening. We will discuss this and take care of it tomorrow.
Very well. Oh, by the way, the centerpiece.
Yes. You said you was holding something special for the office. Did I close it?
It's loading.
In Discord?
Yeah.
I'll have to bring Discord back up because for some reason it went down.
Oh. Okay.
No, it went down because I probably closed it out and not minimized it. Or is you saying oh to what the centerpiece looks like?
The centerpiece.
Alright, there we go.
Figure with the elegance that Christoph has.
Oh, jeez. Which one's it in?
Savannah Kindred.
Okay, because I have 3 new things. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool looking. Well, that's rather elegant.
I figured you might appreciate that.
Yes.
With your taste in your artwork.
Yes, is this, Ken or other? I mean, who created this? Was this Kindred creation or was this a human creation?
Say human.
I mean, that's your choice. You rolled the dice. You gave the dice the choice.
Yes, it was an artist that your decorator brought me onto. I had him commission it.
Well, he does very nice artwork. You said my decorator gave you the...
Yes.
I thought the shape looked familiar.
Yes.
I'll ask him about it. Not that it's any of my concern, I mean... But, yes, okay, very well. I will enjoy gandering it. I appreciate the gift.
You're welcome.
Well, like I said, enjoy the rest of your evening. I think I'll get myself settled in. I'm sorry, miss. Did you need something? No, sir. I was just coming back up to do some work in the office.
Oh, Gloria.
Yeah. Sorry. Gloria, this is our proprietor.
It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. Gloria, is it? And you are the one who's running things while we're away, correct? Yes, sir. I'm doing the best I can with that. From my understanding, you're doing an outstanding job. Keep up the good work. If you ever need anything and Kiv is not around to request it, you're more than welcome to contact me. Well, enjoy the rest of your evening. I will go to my usual spot and watch everyone down below enjoy theirs. And with that, we will call it a night.
Yes.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We do need to discuss when we will start on our superhero campaign. What it's about, who we have going in it, or when the slot 0 is going to be. We'll get back with you on that. We'll be back here next Sunday, of course, to probably finish up. We'll see exactly how this goes. To finish up this season, because there will be a season 2 for the Kindred of Savannah. Granted, season 2 may have a different title, but there will be a season 2 that'll take place later on in our courtier's story, once they get more established here in the city of Austin, Texas. But that will come later. There's still more to this story to finish up before we end this season. If you can't wait till Sunday, we do have organized play.
We're not doing it this week.
Not this week, because that's what I discussed Friday. We'll not be back this week. We will have a free night on Thursday. But you can come back Friday for some Consequences of Chaos and see what kind of chaos we get into now that we have been joined by our newest member, Carlos. Raelin? Raelafel. And Asimar Hexblade Warlock.
Yes.
Who has a bit of butting heads with our own bard.
Which is fun.
I'm not going to say whose fault that was, but it was mine.
Yeah.
But if you can't wait till next Sunday, join us on Friday, and we will have some more tabletop RPG action for you. So with that, remember, ladies and gentlemen, we are in this adventure called Life Together, so please keep that golden rule in mind.